What time is that game at?
Should be really early.
I fired already way on it. I'm blue chipping the shit out of that, too.
Well, they're playing Navy. They're going to run their shit.
Well, don't put your fucking bad juju on me like that. Don't do that shit, Eddie. Fuck, little Eddie over there.
Listen, everybody. Let's all calm down a little bit. Let's all calm down. Welcome, everybody, to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 45. We're here on a Thursday, special occasion, right? We just hit 100K followers on Instagram, everybody. Yes. Woo. Great job for everyone that's involved with this show. It takes a whole army of people. Trust me. You know, right,
Yeah.
Rafa?
We're the size of an army, too. So it's a lot easier to do it.
Speaking of an army, to my right, I got my main man, Rafa's
What's
in the
going
house.
on?
I have Eddie Money,
What's up?
producer extraordinaire, and very tall gentleman. On the fourth mic today, we have our superstar,
Oh, yeah.
Luke. I'm not your Faja.
What's up, boys?
Congrats, Luke, on going 3-0 on your predictions. I know you didn't get the over and the under, but listen, Papa, that's still a great call. People loved it. I took credit for it again. We have a couple of special guests. I got my main man, the Dominicano. We have Gabe, another huge man. We got Jordan, another very large. Just come fuck with me. Come fuck with me. Yeah, let me tell you, the size of these guys makes us look small, man.
Well, let's not relax there.
Well,
Relax.
I've taken a picture with these guys. I look like Merriweather on the Vegas Strip with a bunch of dudes surrounding me, except a very fat Merriweather.
Oh, okay. Yes. Could
But yes, thank you guys for all being here. Man, I remember the days when I said I just want more followers than Dodger Memes 2. And Ralph asked me how much. I think he has like 450 followers. Yes, that's how far we've come, and we want to say thank you to everybody. Listen, we've got some champagne. What is this? What is this beautiful bottle called?
This is Aces by Jay-Z, huh?
Aces. I said let's splurge a little. While I'm giving out, we could try to open that, but and then I got another Rick Ross. I got champagne for everybody, man. It's a celebration. It's a celebration going on, and very, very excited. We are episode 45. And listen, people, this is an interactive show. You know what to do. Who's your famous 45? Hurry up and get on YouTube. Give anybody your picks, your famous 45s. There's a whole bunch of them. But we are the gambling show of record. We're going to talk a lot of gambling today, right? We're going to talk some football, NFL, win totals. We're going to go over some college football. College football's finally here. Can I get an amen?
Oh, yeah. Week 0,
yes,
baby.
week 0. Irish is in Dublin.
The Trojans are at home against San Jose State.
Yes, they won't cover.
Uh-oh. You know what that means? Put the whole shit on the Trojans.
People are trying to go to the bank, trying to break down the bank. I need a second mortgage right now.
Eddie said they won't cover.
Eddie said they won't cover. But, man, thank you guys. I want to give a special shout out. Thank you to Jay Bird, our social media manager. He's a dude who gives you all our memes and updates. Funny as hell. And without him, I don't think we could hit 100K. I know we couldn't hit 100K because no one likes to see my face on camera. CJ, my man CJ's in Florida, right? Executive producer. He's traveling with Bosco right now. They have St. Thomas Aquinas or Aquinas, whatever.
That's tomorrow?
That's tomorrow. Should be on TV.
On ESPN 2?
I think so.
I think it's on
It
tomorrow.
should be, man.
Pretty sure it's ESPN.
They actually have a little history of playing against each other, and they have a crazy squad. I know, is it Jonathan Taylor? Who's the defensive end, 99? Taylor. Jason Taylor. I think he's coaching still at St. Thomas. But thank you to CJ. I want to say special thanks to all these guys who've committed. We've done this 45 weeks in a row. It's been extremely difficult. Rafa just took a private jet and jumped out in a parachute, landed right in Downey. It was very impressive. But thank you to his wife, his family. There's a lot of sacrifices being made. Thank you to my wife, everyone who's been involved. But I just want to start with a special thank you. 100K, man. We're gonna enjoy it, but
Are we popping the bottle open?
let's pop this bottle, man.
Pop it.
Yes.
I want to see it.
Cecilia gave her congratulations to you guys.
Yes. My mom, who's my biggest fan. My mom used to go to every one of my practices, Rafa.
Really?
Oh yeah, like the only parent. I'm talking about varsity. I'm talking about varsity.
No,
Oh
she's
yeah.
sitting in the stands at Alamany?
Yes, clapping. Yeah, like my mom was all in all the time.
Where are you shooting that thing up? Shoot it up.
No, I'm a professional.
Oh, you're a
Papa,
professional
yeah.
at popping,
Come on, man.
popping bottles?
Yes.
All right, let's
I've
see it.
always wanted. I've never
We
had
should get
this
a video
before,
of this for Instagram.
But if you go to Vegas, they have like magnums and shit like that. Like you could buy a bottle of this in Vegas. It's like 10 grand. It's so stupid.
Well,
I mean, I guess if you have the money.
let's try it.
But are you ready? You ready for this? Yeah,
Look at that. He's a fucking pro.
100K, baby.
The guy's a pro.
Yes. Let me see your glass, Papa. Oh, yes. Look at my mom's like, oh, did I hear champagne?
Yeah.
She's
She
out
walked
here.
right out.
Yeah.
She walked right out. Edward,
Yes.
did you open a bottle of champagne?
Champagne. Right here.
She goes, I heard a
Yes.
cork. She's got her own glass.
Go get a glass. Go get a
Jacob
glass.
also heard that. Bob.
Look at Jacob.
Everyone's here in bottles all of a
The
sudden.
neighbor's coming.
Yes,
the neighbor,
yes.
The neighbor from across the street, he's like, is that Aces? So,
But if you guys hand me that bottle, I'll open that bottle for you guys as well. Let's get into.
I don't think Eddie Money, even though he has large orangutan
he can.
arms, can he get there? He can get there.
Yes,
Look at Eddie
of course
Money.
he can.
Guys,
Come
if
on,
you
man.
guys ever see a 6'5",
yes,
his wingspan's
weightlifter.
yeah. Oh shit.
Yes, if you're in the neighborhood, go ahead and stop by. But let's get into our famous. Go ahead and pour a little bit of that for them, Papa, while I open this. Luke, do you want to start with your famous 45? Because you're so excited about it.
Michael Jordan.
Ah, yes. So listen, Michael wore that in baseball as well.
Yep.
Yes, so Michael wore, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. Who else?
I'll go. I got Marcel Reese.
Marcel Reese.
There we go.
Just got or he left this year. He's been a consultant, fullback, by the way, fullback for the Raiders for many years. Very successful. But also,
I'll go with a real 45.
oh god.
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro
Your
Martinez.
son said the same thing.
Yes.
in chat. Ralphie said the same.
He
Pedro.
said Pedro?
Yes, and I'm not gonna fat shame him this time.
You did
Who am I?
You did bust a Lizzo and fat shame
guys-
Pedro Martinez last week, by the way.
I did. And you called me out on it.
Yeah, that was a
Actually,
Lizzo
Jacob
move.
did too. He's like,
Full
who
blown-
the F are you, guy?
Full-blown Lizzo move.
Yes.
So cheers. We'll wait for these guys to get their champagne.
Champags. But I'm going to have some right now, Papa.
Cheers, boys.
Woo.
Cheers.
Yee. Get Luke. Champagne.
Oh.
My.
Oh, this is actually...
That's
It's pretty... Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pretty good. I'm going to go with my famous 45. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go with Archie Griffin. Is he the only two-time Heisman?
He shouldn't be, but he is.
He is the only two-time.
He shouldn't be.
Ohio State, only two-time Heisman winner, Archie Griffin.
Not in my eyes. I'm going to pretend that Tim Tebow won too.
Dude, I just watched Swamp Kings yesterday. Total G.
What a letdown.
Dude, they
What
they
letdown?
should have won in 2009.
Oh, yeah.
But that
I haven't watched it yet, but
it's not.
they should have won every year.
They don't go into Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, they don't
at
cover any of that
all.
stuff.
They thought it was going to be controversial. It's not. It's not.
He already got his own documentary.
Yeah,
he might
you're
as
right,
well.
you're
No
right.
need for that.
I'm gonna back to back. I'm gonna go AC Green, the original virgin.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. The
The
original.
original virgin.
The original. Did you think
Yes. Way
Nah.
before Madonna.
he was probably a virgin because he saw all the shit Magic was fucking? Guys, girls.
He was like,
yeah. It's like, you know
Yeah,
what? Magic's
yeah.
into everything. He's doing it for both of us.
he's doing
He
it.
definitely did it for everybody.
He's doing it for
in
both
LA.
of us. Who else you got, Luke?
Anyone out there?
I got another Raiders fullback, Alec Ingold.
Oh, my.
Yes, Alec Ingold. You know, my for my 45th birthday, I think it was, my kids
How
bought-
convenient. 45.
Yes, my kids got me a cameo with And Alec Ingold did. Yeah, and I tried to I thought, we're friends. I'm gonna DM him a message. He never got back to me. I'm like, wait, dude, you know my birthday. Like, I thought we were gonna be friends. I was like Scooter McGavin, and like, I'll meet you at the Red Lobster, Alec.
Yeah. Scooter McGavin reference.
Yes,
very good.
Alfredo said maybe Dennis Martinez.
Ooh, el presidente.
Dennis Martinez. Bob Gibson.
I'm
surprised Fred didn't say Bob Gibson. Fred's a Cardinal fan.
How about Frank Thomas?
No.
I always get one wrong.
No. Frank was 35.
Really?
You know, it was 45, though, and fat. See, you were thinking fat and big. Cecil Fielder.
Ah.
Yeah. But Frank Thomas was not as fat as him.
The big hurts.
Look at us talking about fat guys.
He was 35.
My bad.
You didn't even need to fact check that. I 100%
It's not a show unless I get a famous 40 number wrong.
We should also clip that you called Mayweather Merriweather.
Gabe texted me that right when he said that.
Can we clip the shit out of that? We should clip that.
I haven't drank enough. I'll get into my groove.
Gabe said Deion Jones, linebacker for Atlanta.
Oh, my God. What are you watching?
Is Devin Bush also 45?
No, he was 55.
Look at that. Steeler fan in the house.
Yes.
10 off both ways, under and over.
Man, you are everywhere.
I'm all over the place, Papa.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
that is our famous athletes, and we are 45 shows into it. Very proud and happy with everyone that's involved. And but let's roll right into You're Fired. If you guys know the deal already, we hypothetically fire someone, and if you're bothered, upset about someone, you really want to give somebody your peace of mind. Now's the time to do it. Go on YouTube. Who do you want to fire? Who wants to kick off You're Fired this week? Luke,
Let's hear it.
let's hear it.
I'm firing John Lynch, GM for the 49ers. So everyone's talking about Chris Jones' holdout, which we'll get to later. No one's talking about Nick Bosa's holdout. And a little under the radar, Schefter had a little podcast interview with John Lynch, and he asked, "How do you feel about the holdout?" And he goes, "I don't like how it's going."
Ooh, you can't go like
better-
that.
That just flew under the no one's talking about.
No one is talking. Yeah,
the GM, their best defensive player, arguably the best defensive player in the league. He's saying, "I don't
there's
like
a lot
where
of people
things are
that
going."
Ooh. Listen, they had to, the thing I've said that when you give up 3 first-round picks like they did with Trey Lance, it really hasn't bit him in the ass yet. But
I don't think it will.
This might be,
No.
You don't
They're
think
going to
so?
sign him.
Well,
Can't not.
here's the thing.
He's top 3 defensive
Yeah.
players in the league. He's what? 20 under 20 under
He's 24.
But he probably wants
under 25.
He probably wants to be the highest paid defensive player in
That's
the league.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
Which
no,
he should,
no,
he should be.
He should be.
He should be. And then when Micah Parsons comes up, he should be. And then whoever the guy is after that, he should be.
But there is a salary cap in the NFL.
That is the thing. The Niners got a lot of big name players. They're already
Yep.
paying.
Oh,
But-
so what? You're not going to pay this one?
No. I'm saying you
gonna pay the
pay
best
this
one.
one, but
Yeah,
you
like,
might
I'm going
have
to
to
pay.
move 1 or 2.
No, I don't. No, their money's there.
Lynch
guys.
has a lot of friends. No one's afraid of maybe crossing him. A lot of ex-players. He's very well respected and liked. So maybe that's
And
why
he did work for Fox, right? He
did.
Yeah.
He
So,
did.
the media doesn't want to bash him yet.
Yeah, but they're
They'd rather
going
do that to Andy Reid and the Chiefs. So he's more popular. What do you got, Eddie Money?
I'm going to fire Josh Jacobs. He hasn't came to camp yet. Then a report comes out that says he'll for sure be back by week 1.
Yeah,
And then he tweets and says, I didn't know I said that, and then deletes
and
that
then
tweet.
deletes that tweet.
I told you. What did I tell you guys weeks
Man.
ago? You guys all thought he's team guy and he's the Raiders. It's all bullshit. All these dudes, at the end of the day, you guys all think it's playoffs and championships. For us, yes, because we're not playing. Those dudes want to get paid first. Bar none. He's showing you. They all show you. At the end of the day, they want to get paid.
Who's giving him advice, Rafa? I'm telling you, it's not. He's only losing money at this point. They're not going to up this off. Raiders have all the leverage in the situation.
Are they docking him?
Not yet, but
Well, they'll start docking him week 1, right?
Well,
Probably.
he loses a game. It's the tender or the offer is 10.1 for franchise tag.
Start losing game
If
check.
you only played, then you lose probably 750 grand.
A week.
Yeah, so that's
And if let's say you report to camp, you report to the team next week. Bro, the season starts in 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be ready in 2 weeks? I don't give a fuck how much running you're doing at your house. You're not getting banged up by 300-pound dudes.
Pause.
bang
Well,
bang.
You could be getting banged, but who knows?
Giggity.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I'm not getting banged by 300-pound dudes either, Rafa. So
You should clip that next to the Charles Barkley clip. Charles and I kind of look similar, to be honest with you.
listen, I'll go next because I love your firing. I think I know what you're firing, but I'm gonna.
Who am I firing? I got a lot of people to fire.
Yeah, you do have a lot.
But no,
of
I'm going to
people
fire. I'm going simple.
Okay, well, I am going to fire Las Vegas hotels on the Strip. A big report just came out that 17 hotels on the Strip have been reported to have a bad case of bed bugs. Now, those rooms aren't cheap. It's freaking disgusting. Luckily, my main man, Rafa the Guru over here, has introduced me to the best resort on the Strip, the Wynn Hotel, and
They have reported none.
and there's zero there. So I have nothing to worry about. But you guys, Vegas, you got to get your shit together, man. That's disgusting.
It's terrible.
Yes.
Football season's coming up. They'll get it all cleaned out. Bellagio's already exchanging mattresses as we speak.
Yeah, Bellagio already came out. We have a plan in place. They're not hiding it. I mean, this is good. This is good. This is good for the whole industry, man. They need I always, you try not to think what happened in that room before you, open
I
that
don't think
door.
about that shit.
I try
I
not
don't do
to. I try not to.
You can't.
Yeah, so that's my firing.
I'm going to fire the Angels.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
They are so fucking bad. I'm sorry, man. Like,
How bad are they?
Dude, I've been defending these people. They're bad, dude, all the way from the top to the fucking bottom. Like, the bottom, the single A coach, the manager, he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That's how bad that team is. Bro, you know what it is? They're like third to the bottom in hitting. And they're the best. They're the second best team in hitting with the runner on first base. They're the worst with runners on first and second, first and third. Fucking, it's ridiculous. You have all these dudes. Mike Trout's hurt again. Does your trainer suck ass as well? Like, you're a garbage ass franchise. I'm sitting here always defending them because Eddie hates them. I can't defend them anymore.
I have been waiting for this day for all my life.
Bro, it's like the Ohtani thing, and now they've ruined, and now people are blaming them. Like, oh, you've ruined baseball. Because the Angels have ruined baseball because Ohtani cannot pitch. And MLB's banking on Ohtani, obviously.
Listen, we're gonna go into depth, but I love everything you're saying.
So
Rafa.
I'm 100% firing the Angels top to bottom. Artie Moreno to the grounds crew at single A. Garbage. 100%. Garbage.
Let's get that umbrella.
Yeah.
Let's get that umbrella put up in that corner. The sun, yes.
The sun's coming through?
Someone,
Yeah.
Oh, it's right on the camera,
it's
isn't it?
right on the camera.
I also have 2 firings. So
Let's go,
hear it.
Eddie Money.
All right.
Or should we wait for the camera to be fixed?
Oh, they got it. So Fred said the Commanders, because they beat the Ravens in preseason and they celebrated like they won the Super Bowl.
Fred's a Ravens fan. They had tweeted, by the way, Redskins Twitter before the game had said, oh, beating them. I got to look for it because Fred sent it to me.
Well, one of the offensive linemen for the Redskins said, I think it's the stupidest record. If you guys don't know the story, is that the Ravens had won 26 preseason games in a row.
Holy fuck.
26.
24.
24.
You're the one who bet on them to break the streak.
Yeah.
He's this man is mushed
But
up.
I looked at it, I was like, -1? 24 in
Oh,
a row?
Listen,
Why? It's easy.
listen,
Oh, my
it
God.
was entertaining. It was actually the most
It was the
entertaining
best preseason game
I've
ever
ever seen.
watched.
Like 6 or 7 lead changes. My man, my Tar Heel, Sam
Oh,
Howell.
my God. I heard he looked terrible.
Oh no!
If you were watching the game with Eddie, you would think he was the best quarterback ever. He scrambles out. Look at him. He's just doing it, man.
Look at he's like Mahomes.
Very Mahomish. Yes, 100%. But Steve at the left tackle is like, this is stupid. He goes, this record's stupid. We're gonna beat him. He called his shot, and I was entertaining, and it was the first Monday night football, so it was all good. Who else, Eddie? Fire away, Eddie Money.
Cecilia said she's firing the weather service for overhyping the.
Oh, that's
great
fucking terrible.
firing.
That was the best. firing.
That's an amazing fire.
That is a great
How much
fire.
bullshit was that hurricane?
Oh my!
I got called off work because of it.
Bro, there's people.
Dude, they shut down schools.
Yeah, I know. My kids didn't go to school.
At
They were
8 o'clock, the sun was shining the next day.
shining bright like a diamond. No, it was bad. And then people are calling you from other states. How are you with the hurricane? Are you kidding? It's fucking like 87 degrees.
John sent me something. He was like he sent me something about the hurricane. I was like, bro, we're fine. We're California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not
Yeah.
hidden.
The hurricanes, man. Let me tell you. The worst part about that, there was an earthquake. That day.
No one felt.
Oh,
Yeah.
I felt the shit out of it.
Yeah, I felt it too. 100%. But that's a great firing. People actually started getting in fights with each other because some dude in one of Jay's memes called "All you guys are pussies" in California. Some dude's like, "DM me, bro. Where you at? Let's go." Like
Pico
people,
Rivera?
yeah.
Pico Rivera?
Probably Pico
Rivera?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but he's ready to go. You call anyone a pussy in LA, this dude ready to go. DM him, bro.
Whoever he is.
Yeah.
You don't know who he was? Or
I
was that-
forget.
That was
I
fucking
got-
Eddie's burner account.
This shit's serious, man.
It's serious.
No, you can talk shit about the West Side. Just don't talk about shit about the East Side over here. Yeah, I'll agree with you about the West Side. So that's a great firing. My guys, you guys want to fire anybody? Yeah, look at the Gabe's like, get me on the mic. Get over there.
It's Gabe Allen here.
Gabe at Dominicano.
I want to
This motherfucker
fire.
Theo.
I want to fire Jalen Ramsey's ACL and meniscus
Oh,
That's so fucked.
because it held up all these years, and now when the Dolphins get him, it wants to take a shit, and I don't like
The
that.
first week, yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully he gets back soon, and we go on a playoff run and
He won't be back.
have a 1972 season like we did.
Oh,
Go undefeated
my
in the
Oh,
Super Bowl.
come on, man.
Oh.
Tua has his Samoan Polynesian tattoo now, so he's
Yeah.
Oh, he's ready to go. He's not gonna get hurt?
this year.
Okay.
He's not gonna get
Sleeved
hurt.
up. Sleeved up.
He's protected.
Yes. Jordan, you want to fire anybody, Jordan?
You can fire Gabe for that bullshit.
Listen, listen, your fired is brought to you by Julio's Pizza, right? Julio's Pizza right here in Cerritos, Artesia. The best flat or thin crust pizza you've ever had in your life. If you go there, tell them that Two Nobodies with the mic sent you. Talk to Ziggy or Mary. Try the Al Pastor pizza. It's on fire. It's the best thing you've ever had. Kills two cravings at once, right, Rafa?
Oh yeah, and every time you mention it, Eddie Money just fucking nods.
He's
He
like-
starts doing this shit.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes,
is he
yes.
listening to music? It's like, oh yeah.
But thank you to Julio's. We love you guys. And listen, we always say it. We're not going to sponsor you unless we believe in the product or have a great relationship. And they've been amazing to us. Someone stole our pizzas one time, and they brought us more pizzas. So Julio's Pizza, best thin crust pizza in the world. Go check them out. That's you're fired. No one else out in YouTube land, Papa, that wants to fire anybody.
No mas.
No mas. Well, then you know what's next, Papa. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. We are getting into the NFL. Yes.
We're gonna get into the NFL. That's gonna
I'm pumped.
dominate our show. The best sponsor we have, CustomCars.com. Custom with the K, cars with the Z. If you're in a market for aftermarket car, new, raised, lowered, 64 Impala, they can find it for you.
We'll find you anything you want.
Yes. So Custom Cars, thank you. But let's get into it. Eddie Money, what's on the agenda for NFL?
So Luke mentioned it earlier that Chris Jones is holding out. Someone tweeted asking when he's coming back, and he responded saying week 8, and they're like, "That's a lot of money. Like, can you like?" And he's like, "I can afford it."
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm a true believer in Chris Jones. Chris Jones beat the shit out of us. If you guys remember Stidham, we actually bought Stidham jerseys. We had Stidham jerseys. He looked incredible against the 49ers. He looked incredible against the 49ers. The next week, they play the Chiefs. It's an important game. And Chris Jones destroyed our offensive line by himself.
It was an important game for the Chiefs.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Not for the Raiders haven't had an important game.
Come on, man.
Hey, I always got to get the Raiders thing in there. Come on, man.
No,
Shit.
it's true. It's true. The Chiefs needed to get the number 1 seed. And Chris Jones, I mean, he was a wrecking ball. So, I mean, who's going to get paid more, Bosa or Chris Jones?
Oh, I think it's Bosa.
Should be Bosa.
Oh, 100%.
Bosa
Chris
all
Jones
day.
isn't he over 30?
No.
No, but he's
Not yet.
listen. I love a guy who can disrupt in the middle of your defensive line. That's so important. We look what Aaron Donald's done. It's a rarity to find guys that line up in between the center and guard in the middle that can get after the quarterback. And Chris Jones, whoo, oh, he's a dog, man.
He's 29.
He motherfucker's 30.
Yeah.
You knocking on heaven's door, bro. Are you kidding? Come on, man. You're fucking holding out, bro. Take whatever you get.
I'm 3/4 in that bitch. Then
Bosa
Well,
is 25 in comparison.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that 5-year difference. It's not even close.
yeah.
You still pay him, but you don't pay him top guy money.
He's gonna be. I'm sure he's asking top 5 in the league.
He's asking
He's
Aaron
asking for-
Donald
he's
money.
He
asking
probably
for
wants
top
more
one.
than Aaron Donald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, pop in that Raiders Chiefs. I mean, he's dominant all year, and same with the Super Bowl. He's a very important piece to that defense. He's probably the most important piece to that defense. The linebacker is very good. They got the Bosco cornerback, Trent McDuffie. They have talent, but everything, especially when it comes to defense, if you get pressure in the quarterback, that is
Oh, the corners look so much better.
yes. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be mad at him if he holds out all year.
Of course not.
Do the Raiders play with them within the first 8 weeks? Because I would love not to play him without Chris Jones.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's your best chance.
So let's get into it, Eddie. What's your next? I know your next one is near and dear to your heart.
Speaking of the Raiders, my firing Josh Jacobs. Will he be back week 1? Very unclear. But speaking of Raiders, though, Fred says the QB for the Raiders, O'Connell, man, that dude is legit.
Oh, stop it, Fred.
Fred likes him. He liked him at Purdue.
Stop
Everyone
it.
likes him but you.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we were in Vegas at the win, and I watched every snap against Michigan. He did not impress me.
He had a good first half, though.
Yeah.
He had a good first half, and you got to remember he's playing he's playing with turds.
And I think I teased it. I think I teased it 10 points, and I think I did cover. But
you did
I did cover. But
doing 10-point teasers not recommended, by the way.
listen, I am the most pessimistic Raider fan on the planet Earth, for a good reason, by the way. It kind of makes me look brilliant, but I'm not buying into Aiden O'Connell right now. I'm not going to do it. I was going to fire Raider fans. I think Michael Brown said it. He's like, when does the quarterback controversy start with the Raiders? I'm like, what do you mean? They're already started. I mean,
The fans have started it. I don't think it's an
yeah,
actual thing.
no, the media hasn't, but the fans have.
Yeah. But the Raider fans, it's like no normal fan, like a Steelers fan, would take them serious, right? Right, Luke? Like,
Dude, they're a joke.
yeah, you see,
They're
that's
such a joke.
Out, Luke.
I'm gonna shock you when we do the Raiders over/under picks.
Oh,
I'm excited.
man. Oh man.
I'm excited for that.
So let's get into the Josh Jacobs thing because, like I said, I think he's getting bad advice. He's not being realistic. He's only losing money. The Raiders have all the leverage here. Leverage is very important, and I just don't get it. You're only making Zahir White, all these other guys. They're only getting more comfortable in the offense, and at this point, man, are they really gonna miss him? We don't have one linebacker. I think Eddie Money was talking about it earlier that the 49ers have a plethora of running backs that they can't keep.
linebackers.
And the Raiders need linebackers. And they're going to try to pluck one when they have to cut him. But do we have the money? I know where there's 10.1 million, So I don't get it, Josh. I told you the fans are going to turn on you soon. I think they've already turned. No one's on your side. $10.1 million is a lot of feria. And what's your thoughts, Eddie Money?
I think if he really wants to be back, he would have been back already. And he should sign it, especially after seeing that Saquon contract where it's just
you
extra
have to know
incentives.
Saquon's better than you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to know that shit.
No, I mean, if you're a good running back, you think you're the best. You have to have self-confidence. You don't think anyone's better than you.
The fuck you don't?
I mean, Josh was the best running back in the league last year.
No. He had the most yards. He wasn't the best running back.
Well, I mean, math is math.
Yeah, you had the most yards. Doesn't mean you were the best.
What does that
mean?
Math is math.
I'm going to ask you a quick question.
This is the guy who thinks Mahomes is the GOAT with 2 rings over.
No. I said South Lake. Just a quick question. Who's the best running back all time? Quick.
All time, Walt Payton.
Okay. Who's the leading rusher all time?
Ugh.
Emmitt Smith. Fucking those yards don't mean shit. There's no way you thought Josh Jacobs is better than Saquon Barkley. And he wasn't better than Jonathan Taylor the year before that.
No, definitely not.
So, dude, you should understand Saquon is more important to his team than you are to yours. Bro, you led the league in rushing and the Raiders won 6 games.
He should understand that.
Of course. You're a fucking idiot if you don't. Josh Jacobs. Oh, I don't give a fuck what some fat dude in Downey says. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Stupid.
So did you hear this, Gabe? This pertains to you. It came out today that the Dolphins had actually reached out to the Raiders
to
trade and try to get Josh Jacobs.
What were you giving up?
So we said no.
The Raiders said no. The Raiders said no, that he's not available, which is kind of shocking.
Stupid.
Smart.
Stupid.
Smart.
Bro, he's on your team and the over-under for win total is 5.5
But
or 4.5. He doesn't help you win.
you can't let it go, though.
Not including to Colin Cowherd. If you guys don't know, Cowherd came out, who I have zero respect for, and I can't stand his face. The most punchable face in sports media. He came out and said that the Raiders have a lot of things that they have edge rusher, offensive coach, veteran quarterback, offensive weapons, a defensive pass rusher, checks a lot of boxes that equals to teams that have 10 to 12 wins. Now,
Except the ones where it's like, who's going to tackle anyone? We don't have any linebackers.
Yeah.
Our cornerbacks suck ass.
Who's going to block for our quarterback?
Yeah.
He names two.
No one, the right side, nobody's blocking.
2 of our defensive linemen and no offensive linemen.
yeah.
And
Which are
one's
the-
a rookie. Relax there. Don't put his ass on a pedestal.
Come on,
No,
man.
what?
The defensive lineman?
Yes, 2.
Who?
Chandler Jones would be
What
like the
the
only other
fuck?
line.
Come on,
Well, he said
man.
edge rushers, so if we're throwing one in there.
Yes.
Dude, are you kidding?
I think Tyree Wilson is going to play. I told you guys this a long time ago. Tyree Wilson is going to play defensive tackle. They're going to put Chandler Jones right next to him. They're going to run twists all day. It's going to be like the New York Giants and that whole what they call it NASCAR
Whoa,
package.
don't do that.
I think I'm just saying it's the same concept where you have 3 to 4 edge rushers on the field at one time, and I promise you that's
it's
that's
a great
what's gonna
idea.
happen.
But those guys had O.C. Umenyiora and Michael Strahan,
Yeah.
and fucking Pierre,
John Pierre
Paul
With all 5 fingers.
with all 5 fingers.
But
Yes.
You see that clip of Tyree Wilson? Gabe, what's it called? When you're doing the reps as a lineman, like the push pad?
the sled.
Sled. Yeah, so it's a single person sled. Picks it up and literally throws it.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
And that's
though.
what I said. He's big enough. He's big enough to play on the inside, and I guarantee you that's what they're gonna do. But you still need linebackers to tackle, and their best linebacker is Divine Diablo, strong safety out of Virginia Tech.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Let's move on to the Raiders.
John comes in here. He says, 100,000, let's go. 2 nobodies are somebodies.
Yeah,
The greatest woo. And he said, okay, Aiden O'Connor is the savior for the Raiders.
Who's this?
John.
Big John. I love
Chiefs
you, man.
fan.
By the way, last year they traded away Brian Edwards for a 5th round pick, who they traded up to get Aiden O'Connell, and Brian Edwards just got cut. So if you think about it, we got Aiden O'Connell for free.
Oh yeah, big move. Fuck yeah.
I think
Super Bowl.
Listen, I follow a bunch of Raider and guys, a bunch of Raider YouTubers are saying this is gonna be the best draft class that you've ever seen. Like, they're all getting Raider fans are all getting crazy.
God.
No draft class is better than
Yeah.
Russell.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
But speaking of about a certain running back from the Colts, right? They let
Jonathan Taylor
seek a trade.
Yeah.
I've heard they've had a couple offers.
What are the offers?
I don't know.
Offers haven't been released, but one of the main teams was the Dolphins trying to get him.
Oh,
Well, that
man.
makes sense, since the Raiders said no.
Dude.
Eagles were reported today to be in the mix too.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After getting Swift,
Yeah.
Swift is not what you think he's
I
going to
think
be.
he's gonna have a breakout year.
He's going to have 600 yards.
Yeah, I'll just wait till you draft him in fantasy.
Yeah, we'll wait till you draft him in fantasy.
I am.
Good.
Second
Wonderful.
round.
No, he's not. No.
So what do you think about this? I mean, the Jonathan Taylor thing.
Well, those teams that are bidding for him are.
I feel like the bridge has been burned, and there's no going back now.
Oh yeah, I saw a tweet that was like, Jonathan Taylor's and Jim Irsay's relationship is like basically unfixable.
Because Irsay probably told him, bro, you guys aren't worth what you think you are. Go out there, seek a trade. But what are the trades coming back? Are they second-round picks, third-round picks, fourth-round picks?
Yeah, he's like, I know I sound like I'm drunk right now, but I'm actually speaking facts.
And
What was the last big running back trade?
Zeke. Oh, trade?
Trade.
I
Think
thought you
about
said.
that.
I thought you were going to say contract.
Trade.
Because DeAndre Swift got traded. I think he was traded like a 4th rounder and a 5th rounder.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor's worth the second then.
Yeah.
they said, well, Jim Irsay, that's the thing. His price on Jonathan Taylor is way too high. He said is either one first-round pick or accumulation of first-round pick. Like accumulation of several
You can't have it both ways, Papa. If he sucks, then you're asking for a ransom, but you're not going to pay him. You're speaking out of both sides of your face. That doesn't make any sense. But Irsay doesn't make a lot of sense when he speaks a lot of the times.
Oh, last big trade was CMC.
Oh, what was the?
But
yeah.
he's not McCaffrey.
You said last big trade.
So tripping on this.
But what was the McCaffrey trade?
That was how many right? Let's see.
Check that.
Check that, but I'll tell you something that I did hear that's super fascinating. So when the Panthers and 49ers made that trade for CMC, right? CMC was a huge part of that Panther offense. This is something I heard. Now, don't shoot the messenger. But what I heard this week was go look back at the stats, and Carolina Panthers had better rushing yards after CMC left. They ran the ball better. And that was like, man, that was kind of shocking as hell. But
bullshit.
it says a lot about running backs and their value. Like you can have the round robin 3 running back 3-headed monster, and in the end come out with the same numbers, sort of like baseball and Moneyball theory.
Well, running backs, we know we're not gonna keep beating the bush. You're fucking irrelevant.
Before we end it, CMC trade was a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth.
Woo!
So Jonathan Taylor's a second and a fourth.
But CMC, can we all agree, is the best back in the NFL because he doesn't come off the field. He's more than a running back.
Does he have trouble staying on the field?
Well, when he's healthy, obviously. I think he's the best.
I don't think.
Who's the best? Okay, let's.
My opinion.
Who's the best running back in the NFL right now? Who do you have, Gabe? CMC, Luke.
I like Derrick Henry.
Me too. I was gonna say that, but I like Derrick Henry as a pure running back.
That's
running
where I
back.
see it. If we're looking at an offensive weapon, I'm taking CMC.
Yeah. But I think as a pure running back, I like Derrick Henry as well. I think he's
Eddie Money, who do you got? Best running back in the NFL right now?
Saquon.
Wow.
Whoa.
Really?
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, that's
That's not far off. Top 3.
I
well,
say,
4.
I
actually.
say Josh
think,
Jacobs. I'm only
fucking
kidding.
right.
Elvie.
What are you gonna say? The best quarterback in the league is Trey Lance.
I'm only kidding.
You're gonna QB3
Ooh.
Trey
QB3
Lance.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, speaking of Trey Lance, the official project of South Dakota State COVID year, Trey Lance, is officially done. Sam Darnold has won the number 2 spot. And
Is Purdy fully healthy?
Yeah, he was
Fully healthy?
he's playing in preseason.
What?
he's already
Oh, the
playing.
Niners gonna go fucking 17-0. That man done lose.
We need to get that RPA.
Oh man, listen. But at this point, Trey Lance untradeable. Do you just cut him?
No, you just give him up for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, there'll be someone that'll take that deal.
If you're GM, I'm applying for that job. If he goes anywhere, I'm immediately going to chat GPT, see whatever, and I'm putting in an application to be that general manager for that team. If you bring Trey Lance to your team.
Oh, you're not gonna like what I say next then.
Let's hear it.
Don't say the fucking Raiders.
So after that post was posted about Sam Darnold being the QB2, some a Raider Twitter account was like, just put in a trade for Trey Lance now.
Oh my, that's not shocking, but yes, that is the worst thing. What do you see? What have you seen from him? By the way, in the NFL and in college, right?
Dude, we were there week 1 last year. They played the Bears. There was a dude sitting there, fucking Niner fan, and I had a couple of drinks, and I started talking shit. The minute the game started, I said, this guy sucks. And I had bet on the Bears, so it was fucking great. The minute I would talk shit, the dude got up, middle of the 4th quarter, just walked away. Never came back. Never came back. The guy's terrible.
He's
dude, he's from the start.
Yeah.
But they want to go out and find, because Carson Wentz was good for a minute, they want to go and find these random fucking quarterbacks at these random schools that people think they're good.
Was this on Twitter, anybody?
Yeah.
I guess anyone could have a Twitter account, huh? Pretty much that's how that works.
That's how it works.
I guess that's how it works. Or X now. It's called X.
Yeah.
Yeah, great move, Elon.
Yeah, people still on it, right?
Oh, yeah, just whatever.
Elon Musk can do no wrong.
When is that fight, by the way? Elon and
Is that a real thing? That shit's happening?
I don't think it's.
That's
I
not.
don't think it's a real thing. I think
it
it
got
was just.
canceled a while ago.
Oh,
I think it's just for fun.
Look at Eddie. Eddie got.
I've been too busy watching NFL Network and college football. I'm so yeah.
But we got 1 week until we have 1 or 2 weeks until NFL, and this week we have the North Division's win totals.
So listen,
let's do it.
We're covering NFL win totals like we promised you. We are the gambling show of record. We are gonna break this down. We're gonna put it out in clips. We're gonna get hammered by every home team, every homer. But listen, I call him in my introduction, Rafa the Guru, for a reason.
Well, we'll see. We were 50 and 38 last year.
50 and 38 last year.
Right, Eddie Money? 50 and 38.
Is that almost? That's a great percentage.
That's a winning record. 50 and 38.
record.
And it's not 49 and 48 either.
No.
50 and 38 and 1. We had to push it
And
there.
people are upset. They're like, I lost a lot of money. Well, he gives 7 picks. You're not supposed to freaking parlay all 7.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
jackass.
So we're going to start off with the AFC North. We have both North divisions. We have the NFC North, AFC North. Let's start off with the NFC North, actually. So the Bears.
The Bears.
7.5.
The Bears.
The over is minus 122. The under is even money at plus 100. I will take the under on the Chicago Bears. Plus, I think they win 7 games is their peak, I think. Like, their fucking absolute peak. And I say that because I think that the Lions, Packers, and Vikings are all going to be so much better than them as when the season gets going.
Yeah.
So I think they probably go 1-5 in the division.
Let me ask you this to piggyback that. Do you think Justin Fields plays well this year?
If he can stay, there's something about him that I like, but I don't like when
I do too.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of growing to do.
They said he's looking better in the pocket as a passer. He's always had a great arm, so that's never been a question. But I have to agree with you on that. Not that you give a shit, but
I do. I actually do, sir. Though what I feel like with some of those guys, like Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson, dude, like I feel like those dudes are so fast that in their head, none of us have ever been that fast, right? And
speak for yourself.
But when you're that dominant all throughout, your high school days and even in college, how fast they were, that has to be in their, the back of their mind when they're sitting back there and it's like, fuck, I can get to that marker. I can get those 4 yards. I can get out here and pick up something. Maybe if I get out here, I can find something down the field.
Yeah.
And I think he still needs to mature in that department as to get to stay inside and actually
You think
take some hits.
Justin Fields can break the single season rushing record for a quarterback?
Yes.
Does Michael Vick have that?
Yeah, he almost broke it in less than half a season.
Yeah,
last year.
I think he'll break it, and I think he's gonna rush. He'll have at least, I want to say 5 or 6 games where he rushes for 100.
So last year, if you guys don't know, fantasy football was off limits. Rafa hates fantasy football. I'm forcing Rafa to join our Two Nobodies League. You know, yes. So I think Justin Fields, fantasy wise, I think he's, you know, 3rd, 4th rounder, or maybe the 5th running quarterback taken.
Wow.
You could take him in the 3rd round.
You could take him wherever the fuck you want.
Well, if I said 4th, 5th, but
Put it this way, if
5th
I have my whole team full and I need a quarterback, I would take him.
Oh yeah.
After I had fucking 10 receivers. So, but I like the under on Chicago at 7.5. Their peak, I think, is 7, and I don't think they get to 7. I think they get to 6. So,
Well, let's move on to my team. You know, everyone knows Dan Campbell, baby.
the Lions.
I love me some Dan Campbell.
Lions are 9.5. Everyone's expecting them to crush this number. At least 11. That's what everyone's expecting. I don't think it's 11, but I do think it's 10. So I do like the over. I think they peak at 11, but I think 10's their realistic number. They start off week 1 at the Chiefs. Chandler Jones is probably, or Chris Jones is probably not playing.
Yeah.
Week 1, you know, Super Bowl not, home, at home first night, they could sneak in there into KC and maybe shock them.
A lot of expectations, which
Lions
is
are
good. Which
huge
is good.
expectations.
And I think Gibbs is going to be a superstar.
Oh, second round pick in fantasy.
There you go, Papa. Look at this guy talking fantasy now.
I'll take Gibbs in my first round. Don't give me the first pick because I won't take him. Second pick I will.
Oh man, what do you
Look
think?
at these guys
What do you
are
think,
getting
Eddie
so
Money?
excited.
But yeah, look at Eddie
Listen,
Money.
if
Eddie
I
Money
fuck
has a chubby.
every time, if I beat you or Michael Brown in our matchup,
It's not gonna happen.
balls on the fucking table.
That's the only thing he's looking forward to.
I'm willing to go 2-12, 13, whatever it is, but I gotta beat Eddie and Michael Brown.
Even with that punishment?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna bring Chuck and Jay to the.
They're like, I know a great spot right around the corner.
Yeah. Chuck said he was in.
Elotes, yes.
Chuck's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw the league. He said. So, and Jay's for sure. Jay's been there, so I mean,
Yes.
that's Jay's deal. It's gonna be exciting.
So you got the over
I got the over.
9.5.
Yeah, so I got the over on the Lions, 9.5. Next we have Green Bay, over 7.5. You don't like.
I was gonna say it, but I don't like it.
I like it. And I think they're 8-9, 9-8 squad. I think the roster's better than what everybody thinks it is. And I think with Rodgers being gone, these younger guys, I think it's a weight off of some of these dudes' shoulders. I think they're going to be able to flow a little bit, even LaFleur.
Jordan Love has looked pretty good preseason, has he not? I mean, he's shown some flashes. But here's the thing. The thing that throws me off about Green Bay is that defense was supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league last year. And they did not look very good.
They will.
We'll see. They will. I mean, I'm just not a believer yet. But Rafa, you've always maybe looked kind of stupid. So
I like them over. I think they're an 8-9, 9-8 team. Might even surprise some people. So
you like the over
I
on
like
the Packers?
I like the over on the Packers. And looking at their schedule, a lot of people can see them going 4-1 into their bye week, which is absurd. But 3-2 would be an accomplishment. They have an early bye. Week 6, by the way.
I think we went over the whole schedule. I think we did their wins, losses. Do we want to do that again for the Packers, or should we wait and do? Let's do that for the Browns.
We're gonna do that for the Browns.
Let's do that for the Browns.
My Browns number is not going to be worthy of doing that. And then the Vikings, I think we should do it for the Vikings.
Let's do it for the Vikings.
8.5. I love me some Kirk Cousins. The defense is garbage, but I think the offense is going to be able to carry enough wins to get 9-8. 10-7. I like the over on Minnesota. So I have over Minnesota, over on Green Bay, over on the Lions, under on the Bears.
Eddie Money, do me a favor. Can you look up draft picks for the Minnesota Vikings? Because they were a farce last year. They had
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison, who likes to drive Lamborghinis really fast.
Jordan Addison. They got another corner from USC, Mekhi Blackman. Jay Ward, safety. Jacqueline Roy, defensive tackle. BYU quarterback, and a running back named Dwayne McBride.
The reason I'm asking is that did they went receiver first round? That defense was Garbaggio at the Bellagio. Did they shore it up with free agents like that? Because I watched that QB series on Netflix, and I was never a Kirk Cousins guy.
You are now.
Oh my God, you know what he is? He's Derek Carr with the 100K balls. He has big freaking balls, man. That dude, he played hurt. If you guys haven't watched that on Netflix yet, I don't know what the series is called. It's called QB.
I think it's just quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is fascinating. Dude, he gets worked on by 3 people. He's injured the whole entire season. His ribs, he's getting crushed, and the dude is just a gamer. He is a gamer with big palotas.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like him.
Yeah.
I'm
You do
glad
indeed
you like
like
him.
that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, Eddie likes that. Big
Yes,
time.
I like big
So
levels.
Vikings over 8.5. I think they get to
Jordan's
9 or
like,
10
I'm outta
wins.
here.
I think the Vikings late threaten the division. I think Detroit is not going to run away with it the way people think they are. So we'll see. And then we'll get to the AFC North.
So AFC North.
I want to start from top to bottom here.
Yes, I can't wait for this.
We'll start top to bottom. Pittsburgh Steelers over 8.5. Take the over on the Steelers.
Oh, look at Luke. Luke's like, bring it in,
Over-
Rafa.
over
Bring
is-
it in.
The over is 8.5. It is minus 150 though. So Vegas obviously thinks they're going to get to that 9-win mark. I think they get to 10. The defense, I think is going to be a lot better, and Pickett is going to be pretty good.
Listen, can we pump our brakes? I think.
Are you pumping the brakes on the Steelers?
Listen, Luke, I'm going to give you your shot. Luke is like banging on tables like you were at the fucking win last night.
Oh shit!
Luke is like, let me talk. But I feel like everyone feels this way. Everyone's saying sleeper teams, Pittsburgh, sleeper team. Look at Pickens. And Kenny Pickett, 2-glove Kenny, tiny hands Kenny.
He hasn't looked bad.
He doesn't look
I know
good.
they're playing Atlanta today, but he was 4 for 4 on 2 drives, both scoring touchdowns.
Listen, I'm just saying, let's wait and see. I'm not gonna believe, but go ahead. Let's hear this 15-minute breakdown of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes,
All right, so let's start with the O-line. So
which was horrible, by the way.
It was disgusting.
The worst. Yes.
We upgraded left guard. We get James Daniels last year, hurt most of the year. He's back. The year he was with the Browns, Pro Bowler. We draft Broderick Jones, arguably the best left tackle.
Georgia
I mean, dude.
monster.
He's a beast.
Monster.
We get DeAndre Washington at tight end, 6'7".
Monster.
If you need to run a 2 tight end set, just put him right there. He's an extra blocker. You also send him down the field. You just toss him a little duck, and he'll catch it every time.
Yeah. If Chris Bowers wasn't at Georgia, he would have went higher.
Oh, I agree.
But they had,
Bowers.
the best
Yeah.
tight end in football last year. Better than Kincaid. Last year's draft was amazing. Chris Bowers might be better than all of them. And I agree. Washington, free. I've seen the highlights.
freak.
I've seen the highlights of him, the
So
one-handed
you
catch.
still don't like the Steelers? At
I'm
8.5?
just saying. So go ahead.
We had Allen Robinson for nothing,
Okay.
too. That was the best
You
trade.
lost me on
Lost me
Allen
there.
Robinson.
A wide receiver 3? I'll take him.
He's been washed forever.
I'll take him
Nah.
as a wide receiver
Eddie
3.
Money just had knee surgery and you just beat him in a 40 in front of my house.
We don't need him to do anything big. We need 40 to 50
good.
catches, and that's fine.
Because he's not.
Good, because he's not getting 40, 50 to catch. Yes. He had Cooper Kupp. Literally 5 people rotate the Cooper Cubs, and he still didn't catch any fucking balls.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Giggity.
I like Kenny.
But go on.
I like Kenny
But
Pickett.
go on.
Kenny Pickett has looked like a monster in the preseason. I get it's the preseason.
Aiden O'Connell has as well.
It's the preseason. But the big thing that everyone has said is if you look at those first 4 games with Kenny last year,
Yeah.
it was like, I think he was at 9.
You guys didn't get Joey Porter at corner?
We did.
Yes, they did.
You
We
didn't
did.
even fucking mention Joey Porter.
We haven't got to the defense yet.
Oh, okay,
We haven't got
okay,
to the
okay.
defense yet.
Relax.
Try to make his
All right.
case for him.
So, KP, Kenny Pickett, the beast, the future.
Oh, shit.
That's the first time I've heard that.
My back just went out again right now.
But he if you look at him, he played 8 games last season. You look at the first 4 compared to the last 4, it's night and day. He put that team on his back and basically carried them to almost a playoff run. Everyone has said he was just a guy. He's like Anthony Richardson last year. Everyone's like, he hasn't played enough time in college. He hasn't played enough big comp. Like, they're like, the Steelers need to accept that they're going to lose games with him, but he just needs reps. He got the reps, and he's just gotten better as the reps have gone. I think he just needs to be a step above serviceable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like a middle-of-the-road quarterback.
Listen, let's be fair. I'm actually a Kenny Pickett fan. I just like making fun of his tiny hands.
I got a shirt that says Kenny Pickett has huge hands. I'm bringing that next week.
Wow.
You should wear it at Disneyland because that's Fantasyland bullshit.
Defensively,
Just go into defense.
probably the best edge rusher in football, TJ Watt. When healthy.
Wow.
You're that guy that's been talking shit about TJ.
By the way, when he finishes up, Michael Brown has been absolutely going in on the comments.
Yes, Michael Brown. We're getting
This
right
is the
to
Ravens guy, right?
No.
Bronco.
He's a Bronco.
Okay.
He rides the horse.
I bet he does.
Oh, zing! Shanae's going to come out right now. Fucking throw something at
It's
you.
the second time Luke's been kicked out of the house today.
Boys, I'm hot today. Alex Highsmith gets paid. He proved when TJ was hurt last year. I think he finished second in the league in sacks, like the most underrated pass
Yes.
rusher
I like
last
that.
year.
I like
give
the
you that
defense.
one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
We upgraded at strong safety in Keanu Neal, just a big hitter guy, a guy that we can put into the box who's going to fill that area really nice. And we redid the entire cornerbacks room. I liked it last year with Cameron Sutton, but that was it. He wanted too money. They let him go. You bring in a veteran, Patrick Peterson, to a young cornerbacks room to kind of teach everyone. Everyone forgets Patrick Peterson at his best was one of the best in the league.
Yeah, Patrick Peterson also gets a fresh and fruity Rudy Tooty fucking breakfast for $3.99. He's so fucking old at Denny's. I mean, Patrick Peterson should not be in the fucking league. I mean, come on, man. Let's get real.
Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity breakfast.
Yes.
Was that at Denny's or IHOP?
I don't know, but you get it at 55 years old.
Yeah, right. All right.
Yes. And
PP out there
yes.
eating Fruity Tooty.
I'm sorry.
But it is
They're too young for that commercial. They don't remember that.
the Steelers' defensive unit, in my opinion, you have to put in the top 3 in the league. The defensive
That's a
unit.
bold statement.
Who's name your top 5?
My top 5 defenses in
Yeah.
the league. I'm going Miami up there. Miami's up there, and this isn't in any order, but Miami's up there.
What the fuck's going on here?
I look.
The Minicano's dancing over here.
They bring it.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, so fucking Miami.
Miami's up there.
Uh-huh.
You got to put the Broncos up there.
I don't have to.
The fuck we
The
do?
the Niners are obviously
That's
up
the
there.
first team. The
Niners.
first word should have came out of your mouth.
Yeah, Niners should have been the first one.
When healthy, and I know I'm going to catch heat for this one. When healthy, Buffalo's up there.
Oof. Oof.
And number one is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, my God.
God.
I'll tell you what.
Dang.
I know it's a preseason. I know it's Atlanta's number ones against your number ones. The defense was fucking buzzing around, though.
It's 24-0 for those of you that don't know.
Oh, it's preseason. Relax, guys.
Atlanta's
But
Top to bottom, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the most consistent organization in football.
I agree, which is why I like the over. 8.5. I think they get 9 or 10. That's where I'm going.
I'm at 10. I'm not one of those guys where I'm like, we're winning 17-0 and going to the Super Bowl or anything like that.
The Raiders aren't either? Or? Eddie's like, yes, we are.
But
No.
I see them 10-6.
10-7.
10-7, sorry. 10-7. I think that division this year is arguably the most competitive, along with the AFC East. The Ravens got a lot better, obviously, in the receiver room. Their defense kind of took a step back.
Yeah.
The Bengals got better, in my opinion, with bringing in offensive line help. Eddie's ready to roll.
Let's fucking
Eddie
Michael
Money.
roll.
Let this
At
fool
least-
roll.
at least
Let
the
this guy
dragon.
roll.
What the hell? Listen, have him call in if he's so fired up.
At first, he says if you beat him in fantasy, you might just quit.
You should.
And then
You
he-
should. You fucking do this shit for a living.
Then he starts going in on Steelers like, no way on Steelers. My goodness. Steelers homers are the absolute worst.
True.
Almost as bad as Cowboy fans. And then
Are you kidding?
That's true.
and then Luke is talking, and he goes, "Are we really going on a deep dive about a team that may win 8 games?" And then
Michael Brown.
Michael
and then
Brown.
Fred comes in and says, "I actually like that over on Pittsburgh also, but the Ravens are the best team in the North, though." Michael Brown goes, "You should check yourself up to a hospital, Fredo." Because T.J. Watt and Minka are all the Ravens need. Ravens are more consistent, pal. And Michael said, agreed.
Listen,
Hey, Ravens, buddy. Remember last year how you needed to win at home to make the playoffs? And Kenny Pickett came in there and spanked your ass. and we
No.
won that
Baltimore
game.
made the playoffs.
But they needed the win to be a top 3 seed.
Yeah, but don't
They
forget fucking
choked.
Hundley played.
Choked.
Dude, Hundley played. Don't
Hundley
forget
played.
that.
And he
they should have beat the
fumbled.
Oh my
Bengals.
and he
God.
fumbled
No,
at
no,
the
no.
freaking.
That was
at
against the Bengals.
Baltimore
That was against
at
the Bengals.
home, though.
yeah.
Baltimore at
Doesn't
home.
matter. It was Hundley. I'm not going to allow that. We'll get to the Ravens chat in a minute.
Objection.
We're going to go Browns.
I'm not going to allow that.
Pittsburgh.
I'm not going to allow that.
Pittsburgh minus 150. Book it. That's a fucking blue chip right there. Blue chip that
Blue
one.
chip that
We're gonna blue
shit.
chip that. Pittsburgh over 8.5. It is minus 150.
If they go under, we're chopping off Luke's fucking tiny hands and we're sewing them on to Kenny Pickett.
And so then next we have the Browns at 9.5. This one pains me to say, but I
Flip this shit, anybody.
it's gonna pain me to say, but I'm gonna have the Browns at under 9.5.
It's the smartest shit you've ever done in your life. You finally came to your senses.
The division is too good.
It is.
The division is too good. I like Deshaun Watson because everyone hates him. That's why.
See,
That's exactly why I like
he
him.
likes him.
100%. Exactly why I like him. Because everyone hates him. He's probably going to throw over 4,500 yards. He's going to be my fantasy quarterback.
Please.
Oh, please take him. Yes. I'll see your ass in West Hollywood.
Whoa.
Take it easy.
So I have the Browns at under 9.5.
I mean, at that awesome restaurant
Yeah.
that's the bet.
That's
So-
awesome massage parlor.
There you go. So under 9.5 is minus 134. I like the under on Cleveland. I think they're an 8-9 max team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah, have him at 9
At
wins
best.
max.
As of right now, I mean, you know, when the season starts, maybe they win 7 games.
Come to his senses.
Yeah, I looked at the whole thing, and let's get to the next one. The Bengals, 11.5. Over is plus 118. The under is 144. I like the Bengals under.
I knew you would.
Under.
knew you
I
would.
think they peak at 11. I think
That
they
makes sense to me.
I think they peak at 11. Like I said, I think the division is really good.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to go 5-1 in the division.
Yeah.
Maybe 4-2, 3-3. You got a tougher schedule.
yeah.
So we all know they have an amazing roster.
Yeah, if they win 11 games, that's a great fucking year. That's
Yeah, so-
playoffs. They're making the playoffs.
I don't put them at 12, but under on the Bengals. And then one of my Super Bowl picks here, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
10.5. Over is only 102. I like the Ravens over. I think the Ravens will win that division and probably get the number 2 seed in the AFC. I know it pains.
My mom just got in her car. She's on her way to Vegas right now.
I like the Ravens. I think Lamar this year, he's, last year I think he was bullshitting on that injury. I'm going to call him out. I really do.
Oh, we called him out last year.
Oh, yeah. I think
I
that
was the only guy sticking up for him.
you were,
yes.
and you were totally fucking wrong.
He has horrible.
He
had
bullshitting.
horrible. He did have horrible pass catchers.
Yeah, that's
is what Eddie's.
He's got
Eddie
amazing
did.
ones now.
He got an
And he has-
upgrade.
He has
got an
3
upgrade.
fucking dudes and Mark Andrews.
Zay Flowers looked good in that preseason.
How good is
He
that
looked-
dude?
Dude,
Yeah, no,
lightning
he's
quick.
He's a beast.
All those guys in that division are going to have trouble guarding those guys.
OBJ, 30 catches, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's his season stats.
Yeah. Garbaggio.
Zay Flowers, 75 catches,
Yes.
7 touchdowns,
I love it.
900 yards.
900 yards.
Bateman, 1,000-yard receiver.
Yep.
This
Bateman's their best receiver.
Yeah. So we'll see. But
Yeah.
good receiver room. Mark Andrews is there. Coach.
Over
They're
under.
just like Pittsburgh. Coach.
Yeah, they're
Which you didn't mention. Pittsburgh coach, Baltimore coach, consistency in
best
these
coaches.
franchises.
I wanted Tomlin. There was a lot of noise last year that Tomlin was going to leave.
He's not leaving.
I was hoping so bad that he would do it because I was like, swoop that guy up. He's so good.
he's so good.
He's so good. And then Harbaugh's so good.
Alfredo says Lamar Jackson MVP, and he goes, "I got Odell for like 8 touchdowns. He will be the goal line guy."
Come on, man.
We know
Over
who
Mark
the
Andrews.
we know who the goal line guy is.
Yeah.
Fucking Lamar Jackson. He's running the ball.
No, the fucking Mark Andrews, the fucking tight end.
I don't think
He'll have more touchdowns.
If Lamar Jackson's your quarterback and you're throwing at the goal line, you should be fucking fired. Because I don't want Lamar Jackson throwing anywhere within 5
it.
yards.
They're gonna do a
That segment is over, Rafa.
they're gonna do a rollout to the right where everyone, like all the big guys, roll right, and the tight ends in the back corner.
Yeah,
so Lamar
wide
can either
open.
throw or he could run it.
Yeah, that's it. Good play call, Eddie Money. So there you have it.
There you have it.
Ravens over 10.5. It's minus 102. Bengals under 11.5. I think they're right at 11. Browns under 9.5. 8 wins is my max for them. And I love Deshaun Watson because you guys hate him. And over on Pittsburgh for sure. I think Pittsburgh 9 or 10 easy. Michael Brown's over there talking shit about the Steelers. Wait till we cover the Broncos. Their win total I think is 8.5. We need to go that one game by game.
Yes, we'll probably have Michael Brown call in. We should have. Listen, you guys, if you guys want to call in and congratulate us on 100K, feel free. Call Eddie Money. I would love to hear. I would love to have a segment of call-ins. I would love to get to the point where we do 15 minutes of call-ins. But and I know. Listen, poor Feisty Mike. Feisty Mike has a 3-month-old, and he hasn't slept since I don't know 3 weeks.
He hasn't slept in 3 months.
That's why he's all fired up.
And he has a 2-year-old.
Yes, that's the
So-
He's been watching nothing but NFL media.
yes.
Yeah, he's going absurd. He's like, these fucking Steeler fans.
Yeah.
To be
So
fair,
listen.
I had Steelers at 8 wins.
Whoa.
Eddie Money.
Tiny hands.
Can we go through their schedule real quick?
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
go through their schedule?
and then we'll take a break.
Since
Then we'll take
Michael
a break.
Brown's talking all this madness?
Let's go over. Look at Luke is like, do I want? Oh shit. Let's do
He's
this.
like, fuck, we're going game by game.
Let's do this.
Let's hear week 1.
Week 1, home against the Niners.
Laos.
Wow. Whoa.
What?
I hope
you
you bet
serious?
it. I hope you bet it. I hope you
The
bet it.
49ers?
I hope you bet it.
The 49ers.
I hope you bet it. Close game.
Well, I don't bet, so
Not you, but Eddie Money. The first game.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a close. Every NFL game, by the way, is a close
I
game.
think it's going to be closer than the whoa fucking comment. I think it is going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks it is. The Niners will edge it out, but I think
What's
it's going
the
to be.
spread on that game? It has to be
It can't be more than 3.
2.5.
Can't be more than 3. Pull it up on MGM Grand or Bravada. What do you got?
In Pittsburgh, right?
In
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, come on. The Raiders have beat fucking Pittsburgh.
Niners
Wait.
lost last year on the road to Chicago in week 1.
It was also a super rainy game.
Yes.
It was super windy.
They're also not going to have Nick Bosa.
Maybe. What do you got? Give it to me, baby.
49ers minus 2.5.
Bang.
It's a close game.
Close game. It's gonna be a close game.
So
I
we
don't think
cannot-
it's.
we
all right, no, it's a
cannot-
loss. It's a loss.
Okay.
All right, put it down as a loss. So,
Okay.
what do you got?
Oh, next, Michael Brown goes, are we being syndicated in Pittsburgh right now? What's the
Oh, hey, man, we nationwide, we worldwide, Papa, South Africa.
Yes.
Next, another home game against the Browns.
W.
It's a win.
1-1.
Then they go to Vegas and play the Raiders.
W.
Win.
Easy peasy.
Come on, man.
Easy peasy.
Win.
I will give you 2-1.
Crazy. Then they go to Houston and play the Texans.
3-1.
Win.
They play against Baltimore in Baltimore.
That's
Three.
a loss.
That's a
3-2.
loss. 3-2.
I'll take that loss.
Bye week in Los Angeles against the Rams.
Win.
Win 4-2. Shut it down. We don't need to see anymore.
Then they play Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
That's a loss.
I think they beat them. You guys
That's
think
a win.
Jacksonville's
That's a
good?
loss.
I gave them the loss for Jacksonville.
Oh,
That's
good.
4
Good.
and 3.
I'm not giving them that loss.
because you,
Jacksonville sucks dick.
they almost beat fucking Kansas City.
They should
also
have
almost-
lost to Tennessee the week before they got
doesn't
in the playoffs.
matter.
They barely beat the Chargers. They almost beat the Chiefs.
Jacksonville-
They will be the biggest fucking disappointment this year. Everyone thinks they're going to win 11 games. They're going to win 9 at the most.
Look at what is Vegas? What is Jacksonville Jaguars
10 and a
odds?
half. They're 10 and a half.
Okay.
Yes, because their division sucks ass.
There's
what-
always
the what-
one team in Jacksonville I do think is going to be that team this year.
I'm telling you, Papa. They're
That what?
good. They're good.
That the media buys into and then they
100%.
suck.
It's always.
Yeah.
it's
Trevor Lawrence is, I know you have problems with him. He's going to get better. He's not going to get worse. So I'm going 4 and 3.
All right, 4 and 3. Go ahead. I don't like it.
Then they play Tennessee on the road.
Win.
Ooh, see, fuck, man.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna give them that win, but I don't
Okay.
like these two. To me, they're 5-3.
5-3. 5-3.
They play at home. They play against Green Bay on the road.
That's a win.
At Green Bay.
6-3.
I don't like.
Mike Tomlin is
Doug, me no
This
lie.
has 3 road games in a row, by the way.
Oh,
Right
so
after the bye, right?
So it's the
let's give
bye,
them a loss
1
then.
home game, then 3 road games.
Yeah, that's
So
a brutal
5-4.
stretch.
Tough.
So 5-4.
5-4.
Okay.
6-3.
5-4.
Then they play at Cleveland.
I think they sweep Cleveland.
yeah.
Then they play at Bengals.
That
I think
At
they win the
Bengals.
home. I think they win the home the Bengals game.
So
last year we
6
split
and
with
5.
the Bengals, just opposite. We won in Cincinnati. They,
They
won
won
in
in-
Pittsburgh.
Let's go 6 and 5.
Yeah.
Then they play Arizona.
Win. 7-5.
Oh shit! Bosco's beating Arizona this
Then
year.
they play Patriots.
Win.
8 and 5.
There it is. There's 8 already.
They need one more.
I think they play the Colts next.
That's a win.
Are you fucking
Are
kidding?
you kidding me?
There's always that one game. There's always that one
There
game.
is that one game. You gave them to Jacksonville.
no,
That's not the one game. No.
That's
Dude,
not the one
listen,
game.
on this show, if
Okay.
they lose,
Okay, let's for the benefit of the doubt.
If they
let's
lose
say
to
that's that one game, and we'll go 8 and 6. Go on.
there's no.
If they lose
still
to
play Baltimore at
There's
home.
Indianapolis-
3 more games. There's 3
They
more
still have
games.
Baltimore at home.
Yeah, Baltimore at home in the last game. So then they play Cincinnati.
We already marked
we
1 and 1
said
for
they're
that.
going to split with Cincinnati.
Then they play
always-
So there
Seattle
it
and the
is.
Ravens.
So that's it then.
Where do
They're-
they play
They win
Seattle?
9 games. They
Where do
win
they
9.
play
Seattle is at Seattle.
9,
I
10.
think
I
Seattle
give
wins
them
them.
10.
Then they win 9 games.
I give them 10.
10.
But 9's still the over.
Because they're going to split. They do it every year.
They
Every
split the
year.
Ravens, they split
into
the Bengals.
I
and they'll
didn't get that argument last week with you said that we're going Washington. I said they would split.
Washington's, dude, the number's 5.5 on Washington. You're the only one who thinks Washington, dude. Not even the Redskins fans
Is
thinks they're
it
going to
5
be
and a
good.
half? Is it really?
There's a guy at my work after the Redskins game. He goes, "Bro, that game was so good. We have 2 wide receiver ones." I was like,
Yeah, one's out
"What?"
for the season. Is McLaurin out for life or no?
I was like, "No way, this guy's talking about John Dawson as a wide receiver
X-rays.
one."
Oh God! I'll tell you a funny thing. I had a cousin that texted me last night. You know, he watches the show. Big shot to AA Ron, and he's like, "Check out my fantasy team. What do you think?" I looked through his shit. Decent team, and I looked, and he had Aiden O'Connell. I said, "Bro, you fucking drafted a backup fucking quarterback. I cannot grade your fucking team." And he tried to say, "Oh, that was auto draft, bro. Auto draft would never fucking auto draft." Aaron, I'm calling you out. You fucking lying, dude. That was a homer pick. You picked Aiden O'Connell. You can't pick a backup quarterback to your fucking fantasy team.
Maybe he knows something.
That every Raider fan thinks they know? Yes. 100%.
By the way, since we did a deep dive on the Steelers, Michael Brown said next week we got to do a deep dive on the Carolina Panthers.
no, not the Panthers.
No, he said it as a joke.
Of course, but
Random
it's that
thing.
bullshit that he's comparing the Panthers to the Steelers.
I got something
Michael
to say.
Brown.
I got one thing
Oh, here
before
we
we
go.
go to break. I will take. I
hands?
guarantee.
I was like,
I
are we gonna do this,
guarantee Steelers win 10 games. If not,
man? Here we go, baby.
Oh,
Here
I will
we
take-
go.
I will take a pie to the face for it.
There we go. Book
Book
that
that shit.
Book that
Book
shit. You know what? But you have to be wearing Speedos and that stupid water polo
There
fucking...
you go. Your full
Yes.
fucking gear.
Your full fucking water polo. And it's going to be cold in Downey at that time. And then you got to go into the fucking pool with this water polo bullshit.
I agree with you,
I'll
but for a
take it.
pie in the face, I'm willing to see it happen.
Congratulations.
I'll take that deal.
So congratulations to Luke. Luke just got a head coaching job for water polo.
All right.
So good shit to you. I cannot wait till they fucking lose that bet. I pie to the face with the water polo bullshit on, Speedos. You can't pack anything in down there. Yes, we have to see what's really going on. But
We have to see. We don't have to see shit. We don't have to see
the
shit.
camera will be up above that.
Yes,
fucking
yes.
Eddie. We need to see.
Eddie's
Look, Eddie's
zooming
like,
in.
hey, where's are you, Jay? Jay? It's fucking Jay. Jay's inside
Yes.
of you. Whoa, whoa. All right, let's go to break.
Let's go to break.
We'll be
I'm
back
about to
3
burst.
minutes. All
Yes.
right.
Welcome back, everybody. Listen, if you guys don't know, 100K followers, Instagram. We're celebrating tonight. Uncle Zero almost came to the show, Papa, but he was getting hammered at 2 o'clock.
He's in the chat right now. He said, "Holy smokes, these guys clean up like rock stars for the big show."
Look at, I thought I might, dress up.
Eddie dressed up for sure.
I dressed up for 100K. We splurged on some great champagnes. Uncle Zero, I told you to show up. He's like, I might be in the doghouse, Eddie.
He said, "Dang, I'm late. It's halftime already. The caddies punched me like a bag of ZZ bricks."
Yes. Uncle Zero was doing tequila shots at 2 o'clock today.
We're at.
I don't know.
It's only right.
Rick Flores says, "Congratulations, by the way."
Thank you, bud.
Big Rick, you need to be here too, Papa. Listen, you'd fit in with these monsters. Rick is the biggest Mexican I've ever seen. That whole family. They're from Chihuahua. I don't know if
Not so Chihuahua.
dude, look at Mexicans from Chihuahua. They're huge.
Really?
Yeah, it's a thing. Chihuahua Mexicans. It's what's an oxymoron? Yeah. It's crazy. But this family grew up on Avenue 31. I'm from Avenue 30, and mom, dad, Renee Flores. They're huge. The biggest Mexicans I've ever seen. All from Chihuahua.
Huge.
Yeah. So listen, we just want to thank everybody that's been supporting us. We just went through the AFC, NFC total wins breakdown. We have everyone in the house. We're drinking champagne, having a good old freaking
We're
time.
covering football for another hour.
He said, "Send me the digits and he'll show up."
Come on, man.
That was Rick Flores.
I'll fucking text him right now. So what do we got next?
Let's get into the NFL. I mean, the college football season.
Finish it off with
Yeah. Week 0.
Well, first, let me give the sponsor because
Yes.
this guy is playing college football right now in Iowa. Big Sean,
And he's not gambling on sports.
he's not gambling on
like
sports.
all the other fucking football players in Iowa.
Yes.
By the way, that video got traction. I commented on, someone replied, and they were like, "How is this only in Iowa?" I was like, "Well, we talked about it on the show. If they start digging, they'll find it everywhere."
Yeah. But Big John, he is the founder of official.bta. BTA stands for About That Action. Sponsors athletes all over the country. Has a great shirt coming out. Sonny repped his mental health shirt. We love Big John. Big John, we love you, man. You're such a great human being. And he's a large human being at that.
He is not Big John for no reason.
Yeah, he's Big John, and we support you, Papa. We thank you for supporting us and sponsoring this show. The gear's incredible. I can't wait for the tan hoodie, Papa. I need that tan hoodie in my life. It's gonna get cold, and I'm a hoodie guy. But thank you to Big John. Good luck this season, Papa. Crush it. We'll see you in the NFL. And let's get into NCAA football, man.
He was in here earlier, and he agreed with your Swift take of 1,000+ yards.
Wow. See,
It was crazy.
I don't know what
But
he-
John
anyways,
knows ball.
Big John does no ball.
And-
Real quick, sorry. If I know you were talking about the sponsor, you missed Kenny Pickett's two beautiful throws
This
today on the first drive where Luke's over there going, So they were beautiful
There
throws.
it is, right there. There's the monster.
So we have Casa Mexico tequila,
Bring
which
this
is
in.
from
Bring this in. So listen, last week, if you guys don't know, we had a very special guest, Zahid Valencia. Let's get this shit out of the way. Zahid Valencia, world team member, Bosco alum, two-time national champion, NCAA. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Zahid's a beast. But my mentor, his dad, Ruben Valencia, brought us this amazing bottle of wine right here.
Tequila.
Did I say wine?
yes.
Yeah, re-say it for a clip, please.
Yes. So Ruben Valencia brought this amazing bottle of tequila. Casa Mexico. Just so happens, Papa, we all talk about celebrity tequila, right? Or celebrity, and they're usually a country singer, all kinds of different people. But this tequila right here, although celebrity, is the only fucking tequila that I know that is actually made by Mexican celebrities. Big time right here. So Oscar de la Hoya and Mario Lopez. Yeah, that right? When you think Mexican, like,
Somebody said, oh, shit.
yes. I mean, real Mexicans and real tequila. We tried it last week. It was at the end of the show. I was a little bit.
He was like, I'm gonna taste it, and then like there's conversations happening. He's just sipping on it.
I'm just like boom, 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 boom. It's very smooth, but let's try another shot right here.
I will have some. You know,
yes.
I don't drink tequila, but
listen,
high praise for the Casa Mexico.
Yes.
So I'm going to have some with Edward.
And everyone knows that Mario Lopez liked one of my posts. He put a love, so we're basically best friends now. Yes, basically best friends. And man, when you talk about finally a celebrity tequila that is actually made by Mexicans, who knew?
Who knew?
Makes a lot of sense. Although George Clooney probably thinks he's Mexican when he's in Mexico. But cheers, Papa. And
Cheers.
Thank you, Ruben Valencia, for calling this to our attention. Man, that is very, very good. I'm not sure. Is there any way you can see if that's additive free? Because, listen, I'm a tequila snob.
Really?
Oh, big time.
Would never know it.
Big time tequila snob. This stuff right here, very, very, very good. Don't go by freaking LeBron's. All these, the worst tequila in the world is Kylie Jenner. Oh my God, I can't believe people buy that garbage. But this, I had it last week. It was better than I actually remembered. And cheers to Oscar.
You don't remember too much, though.
Yeah, good point. But cheers to Oscar and Mario, two very hard-working Mexicans. Made a very good tequila. Congratulations to you guys. This is legit. I would never promote it or say anything good about it if I didn't like it. This is good sipping tequila. So congratulations,
I'm
man.
not a tequila drinker, but the taste is very good.
Right? It's very, very good.
It's made from 100% blue agave Tequiliano Weber.
Good try, Eddie Money.
That was close.
Listen, Eddie Money's only 20 years old, so it's good that he doesn't know any of
He
this
doesn't
stuff.
know this stuff.
But man, no, props to Mario and props to Oscar de la Hoya. I have a great Oscar de la Hoya story.
Can we hear it?
Oh yeah, so Oscar, right, is just came back from winning the Olympics, and I lived in the Valley, but to go party, we had to go to the Red Onion in West Covina. So for the old heads that watch this show, I know Hector and Ricky will know this. We had to drive to West Covina at the Red Onion. We go to the Red Onion. It's all packed. It's huge bar dancing. And Oscar comes in, rolling with his gold medal.
Really?
Oh, just bang.
Beautiful
Walks in
piece.
with this Mexican had to be from Chihuahua because this dude, his bodyguard, 6'9", biggest dude I've ever seen. And he's rolling around. So I'm telling my guys, look who just fucking walked in. And we're watching him. 2 minutes into it, Oscar has his tongue down one chick's throat. I'm like, look at this fucking dude right here. He leaves that one. 40 feet later, bang, tongue down another chica's throat. In 10 minutes, this dude had already made out with 3 chicks at the Red Onion, Papa.
You were waiting your turn?
No.
And he was like,
I called the boxing gym the next day. I'm like, I think I want to box now. Yeah, no, dude. Oscar, legend in the sport. And
100% legend.
I hope this actually makes it because this is actually good tequila. Luke?
If we keep...
He went to high school with my mom.
Oscar De La Hoya?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Garfield.
Oh, you know what? Do you see the resemblance with Luke?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
by the way, Uncle Zero said he hopes that someone mentioned Rudy for the Great 45s.
Oh, wow. No one.
Fraud. Rudy's a fraud.
Rudy is. Well, hold on.
Can't say that to Eddie.
Hold on, because I know the story. Well, Joe Montana came out and said it was all bullshit. It is 90% bullshit, but Rudy did have a sack in that game. You can't take that away. That's not but my head coach, Pat Blackburn, 6'5", mean, dirty, would spit on your cleats, played middle linebacker with Joe Montana at Notre Dame. And he told me back then that fucking story before total bullshit. No one ever came out and laid their jerseys like, I'm not playing if Rudy doesn't play. 100% bullshit. But the numbers don't lie. Math is math. You go look at the stats, and Rudy did get on the field. It's just still a great story. And everyone, you all fucking cried. If you don't fucking cry during Rudy, you're not fucking human. Rafa, come on, man.
I cried during Rudy. I cried at the end of Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme? Lionheart? Oh, I thought you were talking about Braveheart.
No.
Oh,
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lionheart.
You know what I did after Braveheart?
You don't remember that story? That
No.
movie?
No.
Not a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan?
I am, actually.
Double Impact?
Yes.
Come
yes.
on.
I do. No.
What are we talking about?
I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme guy.
You guys don't know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is?
Oh, they have
I know
no
him from
idea.
the episode of Friends he's in.
Oh,
my God.
man. Luke,
Hey, thank you.
3 strikes. Get out.
A Friends reference on this fucking show. And is Jay inside of you as well?
Giggity. All right. Jay's had sex with 4 people on this show today. Episode 45.
Jay's episode.
So Cleveland said, congrats, boys.
Who did?
Cleveland.
Cleve guy.
Thank you, bud.
My guy. Oregon State. Build the dam. So, yes. No. But the great 45. Who said that?
Uncle Zero.
Uncle Zero 45. Uncle Zero's a SE guy. He don't believe that shit either. No, it's false. Joe Montana has said as much. False. But
Well,
great.
But speaking of Notre Dame,
let's do it.
Let's get into it,
Notre Dame.
Papa.
Can you pull up the game time on that game? Because I'm
It has to be like 8 o'clock.
I'm excited if it's that early.
So if you guys don't know, my son's huge Dan Patrick guy. Dan Patrick's been in Dublin. Brady Quinn has been in Dublin. Will Ferrell has been on the show for 2 days. Oh, God, Will Ferrell.
See, he brought the nutsack.
Dude,
That was so cool.
You not like him?
I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I love Will Ferrell. My wife doesn't get it, which drives me insane.
Will's good.
Oh, he's great, man.
Will's good.
He's the greatest sketch comedian of all time.
He's very good.
Notre Dame Navy is at 11:30.
Oh, not that
Pacific
early.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay.
So that's
What
fine.
is that like? Sunday in Dublin?
It's like fucking 8 p.m.
Well, let's talk
Or
about
7:30
it. Let's
p.m.
talk about it. Sam Hartman.
Oh,
right?
I love Sam Hartman.
Sam Hartman. We talked about
I'm
it
a
last
Sam
year.
Hartman dude.
I think he has 119 starts at Wake Forest. Dude is a veteran quarterback, a great quarterback. I think it's a great fit for Notre Dame. They got themselves a veteran quarterback who can move, and I'm a big Sam Hartman guy. Bang, bang, everybody.
This is our first official regular season college football or NFL blue chip of the year. Can you
heard
smell
that?
it?
Clip that shit.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
You smell
I
the
can
grass,
smell it.
the pigskin. Football
Yes.
is here. It's ready to go. We're going to start off with Notre Dame, Sam Hartman minus 20.5. They should win this game by 28 at least.
Bang, bang.
Minus 20.5. That's a first blue chip. Sam Hartman's going to look better players around him, better coach.
Yeah.
So different. I think people are going to be impressed when they see him. Guys who haven't seen him, you didn't see him at Wake Forest unless he was playing Clemson. Other than that, you know, nobody's
I'm an
really
ACC
watching.
guy, so I saw a bunch of Sam Hartman.
Me too. I like him, and I think he's going to be even better here.
Yeah, great coach.
Oh, awesome coach.
Great coach.
I think it's going to be, I think in that first half, 21-7, 28-10, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start rolling, and they're going to get off early in the season with a big win. It's
Big win.
Navy.
It is
Still,
Navy, but you know what?
You got to come out and make a statement.
Listen, you cannot come out and sleep on Navy. These kids are in the Naval Academy for a reason, right? They're all overachievers. They're all freaking studs. They run what? They run the fucking triple option.
Yes.
But
Don't say it with the West Point guy right there. Ex West Point guy right there.
I didn't know that, Baba. Man, that's awesome. No, that's legit, man. West Point is legit. So,
Notre Dame.
but not legit enough not to get beat by 28, though. I guess.
I don't think it's close. I don't think it's ever close. I think Sam Hartman's going to get rolling right out the gate.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be. I think he's going to be in the Heisman talk for a part of the year. Just in the talk, just in the conversation. One of the 5 or 6 dudes, and then as we get down to the last 5 weeks, and it starts dwindling down to 2 or 3 guys.
Here's where Navy has their advantage is that you cannot replicate that in practice. Navy will control the ball, right? But you got to be tough. And I don't care. Notre Dame has had. Here's where Notre Dame might have an advantage is that they've been running this triple option for 2 months. So
Yeah, they have 2 months to prepare.
Usually you only have 1 week to prepare for it, and it's very hard. But Notre Dame has had 2 months,
2
to
months to
prepare
prepare.
for this offense.
Better talent everywhere.
Everywhere.
They shouldn't have an issue.
Okay.
If they do, Notre Dame's got an issue.
First official blue chip
First official blue chip of the season.
Hallelujah.
That's the biggest game of the first weekend, I think.
Come on, man.
You like the USC San Jose?
State? I think
That's a bigger game? You think that's a big game?
No.
Give me your take on that. An SC fan,
Here's the thing, because SC notoriously plays a chump.
week 1.
I mean, Rice.
and they didn't look good against Rice in the first half, by the way.
No, they looked horrible. McCaffrey's son fucking had 200 yards in the first fucking half. Horrible. The only reason they had so many turnovers, but not since SC played Florida State like 20 years ago have they scheduled Bama, and that we all know how that turned out. That's a meme. That's a freaking meme to this day.
Yeah.
So, and they learned their lesson.
Who coached that?
I think that was a Kiffin team.
Okay.
No.
Sarkisian, I thought.
Yeah. Anyways.
Threw Sark to the Lions.
Yes. So yeah, Alabama showed them.
So
but
how do you see the SC San Jose State game?
I listen? San Jose State continually has tough kids from California. They get the scraps that don't go to Oregon State, that don't go to Washington, that don't go to USC. But as a state, we have the deepest pool of talent in the nation. So SC, although they're going to score a lot of points, San Jose State will give some problems to SC. And I don't know, you know what the spread is.
It's 30.5.
Yeah. To me, first week, I always take, whoever's going against NC.
They covered last year against Rice.
They had Rice, there was like 3 bad turnovers in the red zone. Like
that was in the first half. After that,
Yeah.
I think USC ran them. I want to say they covered the first week last year.
Listen, I'm
But
a pessimist. I'm
what do
an
you
SC
got?
fan.
'Cause you got the mic in front of you. What do you got?
So Ed was talking about the California products going to San Jose State. We got a Bosco boy over there right now, Jairus Satele, on the D-line from Carson,
Satele,
California,
stud.
number 56. Undersized dude, but he's just a dog.
Just
plays
a
the
dog.
ball, got a nose for the football. So look out for him to make some plays over there. We also got a bunch of kids from Bosco on SC too. Kobe Pepe, Jude Wolf, bunch of ballers over there.
Bunch of
Colombo.
studs.
What's your take on the first week of USC football?
Normally they have notoriously been like the first football game I ever went to was when they played Fresno State when Derek Carr was still at
They're
Fresno
both
State.
ass.
Yeah,
So
so they
anyways.
just we're trying to run them
Derek,
over.
David.
Well, I think San Jose State is a. I think
they keep it close?
I don't think they keep it close. Maybe in the first half, but I think USC just eventually outscores them, and San Jose State won't be able to keep up.
You think it's a 30-point game?
We're in blue chip.
Let's blue chip this
We're
shit.
blue chip this game. You think it's a 30-point game?
That's why I asked Gabe. Do you think it's a 30-point game?
I think it's gonna be like high 40s, high 50s to like maybe like
20?
high 20s.
So somewhere in the 24 to 28 mark.
Yeah.
I like the over in this game, and I'm going to blue chip the over. Second
that
blue
shit.
chip of the season. It opened at 64.5. It is now 66.5.
Yes.
2 points. It's moving and grooving. I like the over. SC was we can, even if they weren't statistically, we know they were the number one fucking offense in the country.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. They couldn't stop anyone,
No.
but they had trouble stopping them.
And here's the thing when we talk gambling, here's the thing that you need to understand about gambling and certain teams. SC is like a Dodgers. SC is like a Lakers, where they're going to get people from LA go drive to Vegas every freaking weekend. They're one of those teams that move the line because so many people
it's
dump.
easy access from
What's the
LA to
name?
Vegas.
What's the there's a name for that, but the Dodgers, they never get fair lines because people are always going to Vegas and dumping a shit ton of money, and SC is one of those teams.
Yeah, Dodgers, Lakers, and USC.
Yeah, for sure.
So I like the over 66.5. I think, like Gabe says, I think USC puts up 40 minimum.
Oh,
Easy.
faux show.
Easy. I think they can get up as 50.
But here's the thing.
53.
I think they give up 23.
That's all right. All we need is points, baby.
Yes.
All we need is points.
Yeah.
So let's hope SC's defense still looks like last year's. That's what we're rooting for.
They're starting a true freshman at linebacker. I forget his name. He has a weird name, but he's a stud. But they're starting a true freshman at linebacker.
Is their defense expected to be better this year?
No one's
Is it
expecting
really?
anything from them.
Nobody's expecting anything on that
they
defense.
actually have a safety that's first team. There's a safety in a corner that's supposed to be really good, and I couldn't even tell you who their names are. They're top three, preseason All-American.
All-American or all-conference?
I think one.
All-American's
I think
a
there's-
reach.
I think there's a safety.
All-Americans are
No.
The over wouldn't be that high.
No.
I have the magazine. I have the
USC magazine?
No, Athlon, whatever,
Oh,
goes
okay.
over everyone. And I was shocked to see. I'm like, whoa, I didn't hear about this guy. And he's first or second team, even third team. If you're third team All-American,
Oh, 100%.
then you're
Still
you're a
stud.
baller. Yeah.
So I like that over. I think everything else this weekend is tough. You have San Diego State's at home against Ohio. Line's only 2.5. Ohio's a pretty good team. That's a stay away game.
But listen, because I'm in construction, that Snapdragon Stadium, we did a ton of work. It's a beautiful stadium. This is the first game there. It only holds like 35 or 40, and I think it's going to be packed. It's a beautiful place. It's where Qualcomm used to be.
Okay.
And they reconstructed it. It's a awesome stadium. I think it's a big advantage for San Diego State, who denied going to the Pac-12.
Everyone did.
Yeah. I think San Diego State, and I agree with you, Ohio's a good freaking team.
good program.
They have a good quarterback. But I think it's going to be awesome for it being the first actual home game for San Diego State in that stadium that was built for them. That's
awesome.
them. It's really cool.
Hopefully they can fill it up. They're going to need the home crowd there. I think the total on that game is 48.5. If I'm going to put a bet on that game, I like the under. I think it's going to be somewhere 24-20, 17-13, somewhere in there. So if you have to bet all the games on this week 0 slate,
Fit to bet all of them.
if you have to bet all of them, you have UTEP minus 1.5 at Jacksonville State.
Oh, I've heard of that team before.
Yes. So UTEP's minus 1.5, road favorite.
Yeah.
Stay away from this game. So you don't need to bet every fucking game.
You don't need to bet every
You
game.
don't need to parlay everything. Okay, then you have UMass at New Mexico State. New Mexico State's minus 7. Overs 44.5. Another game. If you need to bet it because you're bored, under 44.5.
Go play some pickleball
These aren't
with your wife.
But it is it's week 0, baby.
It is week 0.
These games count. It's the first real games of football we're getting.
It is.
So besides the Raiders preseason games, it's the only time they ever win. Hawaii at Vanderbilt. This is it was a home and home. Last year they played at
Yes.
Hawaii. Can you pull up the score of that game from last year, Eddie Money?
Later.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
There's an emotional.
That was an entertaining game for a little bit.
Hawaii going through all this stuff. I guarantee you they're going to be fired up. Fired up because of the Maui
Pun
fires.
intended, or
Ooh.
Oh.
sorry,
No blow.
Oh. We apologize
Thoughts
for
and
that.
prayers.
We apologize for that.
Last year it was 63-10 Vanderbilt.
Yeah. And
Vandy had some talent. They had some
that's
guys going to
at
draft.
Hawaii. That was at Hawaii. This game's at Vanderbilt. The line's 17.5. Okay, last year, I believe was Michael Chang's first year as head coach last year in Hawaii. So
Line was 9.
last year, right? Vanderbilt -9. They're 17.5 this year. Again, if you need to throw a bet on there, do Vandy at home -17.5. It's not going to be 63-10, but you know what? 42-20 is a likable number there. Then we already talked about San Jose State USC. I'm riding the over. Already placed it yesterday in Vegas.
Bang the over.
Bang the over.
Yes.
So we'll be cheering for that. And then FIU at Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech -10.5. Total 56.5.
You know FIU always has talent.
Always. The Louisiana Tech is no slouch either.
Yeah.
No.
So
no.
stay away from that game. If you need to watch it, don't. Watch something else.
Pickleball. Pickleball.
And then Kent State at UCF. UCF -36.5.
Ooh.
Over under 59.5. Let's bet the over 59.5. Central Florida, I think, is going to put up
UCF,
50
right?
bucks.
We have Drake Metcalf at UCF. We have
Mundo.
friend of the show, was at Stanford, graduated from Stanford. Now he's somewhere on the offensive line. I know he's starting over there. Drake Metcalf. Shout out to you, Drake. We can't wait to get you on the show. You would love you some Drake Metcalf.
Got to get him on the show.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's a character, man.
Yeah, it's probably blowing his bagpipes right now.
Dude, seriously,
Really?
plays the bagpipes.
That's
guy
awesome.
is a monster.
During media day, he was blowing bagpipes in the locker room with like some pit vipers on.
Dude,
Really?
he's badass.
I like it.
Oh, he's so badass.
I like it.
And the fact that he went to Stanford, graduated, and be like, now I want to go play football. It's cool, cool deal.
Badass.
Congrats to you, Drake.
And then next weekend, we got a handful of games that have lines already. Florida and Utah, the rematch from last year, from their home and home. Utah at home -4.5. I like Utah to win that game next week. We'll give you a pick on that game next week once we get a little more info,
Yes.
who's playing, etc. Nebraska at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
That's a Big Ten conference game early in the season.
New coach at Nebraska.
NC State versus UConn. I don't know why UConn plays football, man. Why do they play fucking football? Why waste the scholarships? Just give more scholarships, and you should have two fucking
But didn't
women's
they
basketball
like
teams.
stop? They stopped the program
men's, and men's.
they stopped the program and then brought it back.
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
go stop that shit again.
Isn't that where the quarterback from what's his name? The NFL analyst. He played at UConn. What's his name?
Nobody knows.
Yes, he's very.
This is exactly why you should stop the program.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Let's.
What's his name? Damn it!
Nobody knows.
Nobody.
And then Miami. There's a battle of Miami's.
Dan Olarski.
Bang!
Dan
The one
Orlowski.
who walked into the back of a safety?
Hey,
Yes.
whoa, poor guy.
Yes, Dan.
Dan Orlowski.
He's good on ESPN. I like Dan.
He's good.
He's good.
So the battles of Miami of Ohio against the U. Miami -17.5. Totals 46.5. We'll get some more info on that. We'll have that next week, as well as the rest of the slate for week. Technically, will be week 1 of college football.
Oh man, so good, so good, Eddie Money.
Football is here,
Woo!
and we're excited for it.
We are here for it. But like we gave you some win totals, right? We decided let's get the Pac-12 out of the way. Let's give some win totals for the Pac-12, which is very exciting. I think it's going to be the wild, wild west, man. It's not going to go how everyone seems. Bunch of great quarterbacks, right? And of course, the favorite is USC. When USC is usually the favorite, things don't work out too well. But
Can you pull up the odds for the Pac-12? Eddie Money, please.
I'll tell you this. USC's schedule Murder row. It's extremely difficult schedule.
What?
USC schedule? Look it up.
They don't get to play Cal and Stanford this year?
I don't think they do. They play Washington and Oregon, though,
Let's
I
do
think.
all of that. Let's pull up that whole schedule. Let's pull up the whole fucking nine.
And there's some road games. USC is going to have a tough go at it.
They got a tough slate too. They got 3 decent games.
Yeah.
A couple catch me games.
Like on the road.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for them.
The fact that they had to play Washington, I think, is just that's not a good sign for them. Penix, that team is.
I
really
like
good.
Washington.
Yeah,
There's a
So-
lot of people taking Washington.
The 3 front runners for the Pac-12 is USC at plus 200, Oregon at plus 320, and Washington at plus 340.
and
I
who are we not talking about?
Well, I like
Utah,
Washington.
They're fourth at even still plus 550.
and we all know
That's
Whittingham.
value.
Whittingham's.
That's value. And how many times have they won the Pac-12?
Yeah, they're the toughest team out there.
100%. So let's get the Pac-12 win totals. Arizona, 4.5. I think we need to pull up these schedules so we can kind of go through them quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we could just kind of go through them quick, maybe highlight the
U of A Wildcats. Shout out to Richard Dice, great alum for U of A. They have talent. But their best receiver came to USC. Another D tackle also went into the portal and went to USC, so they lost some talent. But Servite right down the street, they got the quarterback. They have U of A has some talent.
New head coach.
New head coach.
who's the coach there?
He was the OC at Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. What do we got?
First game at home against NAU.
Okay,
The Lumberjacks.
Then they
They
play,
better beat
That's
the
a
fucking.
win.
I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of years, I think they might have lost to them.
Oh God.
then they play at Mississippi State,
Oh fuck.
at home against UTEP,
Okay.
at Stanford, at home against Washington, at USC, at Washington State, at home against Oregon State, at home against UCLA, at Colorado, home against Utah, finishing the season off at Arizona State.
Wow, tough schedule. Their total's at 4.5, and the over is 194. I mean, the over's minus 194. So they obviously think this team's
they're gonna
got a
win
chance
5
to
games.
win 6 games. When it's minus 194, it's like, hey, we want to put it at 5,
Yeah.
and we think they can win 6. Listening to that schedule, I don't know.
I think 5.
I think 5
I
would be
think
their
5
number.
as well.
But stay away from that. Over, it's minus 194.
That's a
We're going to lay 194 against a
Yeah.
team that's who's a quarterback? Is it
kid from Servite.
Is it
Samoan kid?
no? Is it Delora?
Damn, what's his name?
It was the kid from Washington State. I like him. He's pretty good, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
Delora.
him.
Okay.
Oh, they're going to be in some games. Cal at 5.5. That's a fucking joke. I don't know who they're playing, but Cal's garbage. Oregon at 9.5. Over is plus 100. That's a tough one. They have an 11-game season or schedule or 12.
I don't know, but Oregon's been just stealing 5
12
stars in Southern California. They've been
Been doing it for a couple years.
Yeah.
I see value in Oregon's 9.5. I don't know if they play Washington. I know they play SC.
yeah.
I have the schedule.
What do you got?
First game at home against Portland State, then at Texas Tech, home against Hawaii and Colorado.
So they start 4-0,
Then they go to Stanford,
5-0.
5-0.
then at Washington,
Tough game. I give them a loss there, but 5-1,
great
6-0,
game.
5-1,
That's a good one.
That's
Let's
a
just
great
say.
game.
home against Washington State,
6-1.
at Utah,
Oof, 6-2
At
maybe.
Utah,
home against Cal,
7-2.
7-2.
home against USC,
That's gonna be a tough game.
Tough
Yeah.
game.
Tough game.
at Arizona State,
Uh-huh.
then home against Oregon State.
I could see them getting to 10. But you got Utah, you
That
got
last
SC.
game against Oregon State,
They're at
that's
home.
gonna
That-
be great.
I think
That's gonna
they'd be
a great
at
game.
home. That game's greatness is gonna.
Yeah.
It's always a great game, and obviously DJ's at Oregon State.
Yeah, and his brothers at Oregon.
And his brother's at Oregon, but it will come down to where are they at in the standings, right? Is Oregon there? You know, are they 11-1? Are they 10-1?
Bo
at that
Nix
point?
has played at least 300 games.
Oh,
in,
100%.
like
100%.
yes, he is the new.
He's the fucking Brett Favre of college football.
Yeah.
He's played fucking forever.
who's the quarterback from Georgia who was 26?
Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett.
He's this year's Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, he's played forever. Oregon, I like the value at even money. At over 9.5, it's even money. I think they could get to 10. and possibly even 11. But, they have 2 tough road games at Washington
Me likey.
and at Utah. And then they got SC coming to the house. So Stanford 2.5. That under's 158. They probably not even going to win one.
What a travesty.
It's a joke.
What a damn
They should do over-under on fans there.
That's a joke.
we talked about it last week with Ruben and how Stanford's academia has totally devalued the athletic program, and I think it's a huge mistake. There's a ton of studs all over the country, by the way. If Stanford offers you a scholarship, you go. They recruit from Florida to New Jersey to Montana because kids want that degree, and they're effing that up big time.
Tough place to go to school. Well, and 2.5 is probably the under.
That's
The under. It's minus 158.
That sucks.
Big juice on that under, and that's probably going to happen. USC at over 9.5. If we can go through their schedule, it's minus 170, by the way. Big juice.
Check out the schedule. This schedule is tough, Rafa.
I want to hear it. Let's hear.
All right, so obviously week 0, they're starting San Jose State,
I think that's a win. We know that.
then home Nevada,
Win.
home Stanford,
Win.
at Arizona State,
Win.
at Colorado,
Win.
5,
home
Trash.
Arizona,
Win.
6.
at Notre Dame.
Ooh. That's going to be a good game.
Let me tell you,
If
and I
Sam,
think
if Sam Hartman...
it's
At Notre Dame?
Yeah.
at Notre Dame.
If we can do Notre Dame's schedule after we do the Pac-12, I'd like to see where Notre Dame's going to be, or at least we can
The
kind
week
of
before?
No. We can predict where they're going to be schedule as far as record-wise, because we think SC is going to go into that game undefeated easily.
They better.
Right, easily. And so I'd like to see where Notre Dame's schedule stacks up. You could have a battle of the one team in the country, or the number 2 or 3 team in the country, where if Notre Dame's undefeated,
Real
come that
quick,
week.
Eddie, see what their
Well,
first
we can
6
do it
are.
afterwards if you
All
want.
right, I have it
Oh,
right
you
here.
have it?
Listen,
What do you
Eddie
got?
Money's the shit.
So they have home Navy,
win.
home Tennessee State,
Win.
at NC State,
Ooh, that's a tough game.
That's going to be a good game.
That's a tough game.
home Central Michigan,
Okay.
Win.
home Ohio State,
Ooh, they might be coming off a loss.
And then
Their 5th game, and then
then
SC.
at Duke, at Louisville, then USC.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
If Notre Dame gets to that game undefeated against SC, it's going to be huge.
Notre Dame does not beat Ohio State this
Oh,
year.
yeah, I agree with you. I don't think they beat them, but they are at home, right? It's a home game for Notre Dame?
Against USC?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
against Ohio State.
Yeah.
So they're
doesn't matter.
No. They're at home against Ohio State. Let's see how they lead there. Guys, this is the best quarterback that Notre Dame's had.
Since when does Ohio State play fucking? Since they got rid of, that's a great fucking
great game.
scheduled
That's
game.
a great fucking game.
But they're going to have – Notre Dame has a tough schedule. If you get to SC undefeated, they're going to be a top 5 team at that point.
Oh,
and this is the best quarterback they've had in a while.
In a while.
College good.
Faux show.
So
You know why? It's the home and home. They played week 1 last year against Notre Dame.
I like that.
At Ohio State.
You're right. Look at fucking Luke. He's like a little what's it called? Whatever.
Water polo coach.
No, he's one of those, those dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, so after USC has Notre Dame, they play at home against Utah.
Another tough.
That's a tough game.
Tough game.
Notre Dame, Utah.
Who's the week after?
They play at Cal.
Ugh,
Then they play home Washington,
that's going to be a good game.
at Oregon, finishing the season at home against UCLA.
At Oregon. At
So their last
UCLA
four-
always gives them a good game, too.
So the last 5 games, UCLA's probably going to have freshman
That is
quarterback.
a gauntlet.
4 of the last 5 games, the over is 9.5 though, and they're playing 12 games, right? They have 12 on the schedule. Everyone should be playing 12.
Yeah.
So 10-2 is what their number needs to be, and it's minus 170 at the over.
Man.
What do you think?
Ooh.
You're an SC guy.
The under.
You know me. I'm
You
going
like
under.
that under? You guys like that
I like
under?
the under, man.
Wow. Really?
Washington, Utah, the fact that they have play at Oregon. Are you serious?
I'd love to see how the defense looks the first 4 or 5. They're playing
Look, they
San
look
Jose.
good against.
It doesn't matter.
You know.
They looked like shit against Rice in the first half of last year.
Yes.
And guess what? When the season went on, the defense was garbage.
Well, if you look through the first 5 or 6 weeks, USC led the country in turnovers, which was a bunch of bullshit. They had interceptions. I don't believe you need turnovers to win, but a lot of them were luck. They stayed in games and won games because they led in a lot of turnovers.
You guys think the under? I like the over because I like the over.
What?
I like the over with SC. I think they're going to be 10-2, 11-1.
Clip that shit.
That's what I like with SC. But listen, I'd love to see them lose, but I don't think they will. I think they have super sharp quarterback. I don't think
They have a good offensive line.
they have really good receivers as well.
Really good receivers.
The offense is there. We know that.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley's offense is there. He's always there.
He's always there.
So
And they just pulled this week the number one recruit in the country, quarterback out of Georgia, which is crazy. And they said he would be the number. He's 2026 or 2025, but they said he'd be the number one this year, last year, and next year.
Oh, okay.
This kid's supposed to be a legit.
Well, good for them. And
That's
I
legit
think
in French. Legit.
so. I like SC at least 10 wins. That's my prediction for SC. Washington, can we get their schedule? This is another 9.5. So you have three teams in the Pac-12 at 9.5. So all three teams could be battling for a playoff spot.
Yes.
All three teams play each other.
Crazy.
All three teams, the three best teams in your conference, all playing each other.
Yes.
For the first time ever, probably. That the three best teams are. There's no doubt those. And Utah, you can put right behind them. And Utah, I think, plays SC. They play Oregon. And do they play Washington?
SC?
No, Utah.
Does Utah play Washington?
So let's go to Washington's schedule if we can. Real quick.
So week 1, Washington at home against Boise State, at home against Tulsa, at Michigan State, home against Cal, at Arizona, home against Oregon, home against Arizona State, at Stanford, at USC, home against Utah, at against Oregon State.
The
home
four
against
best teams in the conference play each other.
Man, that's
Wow.
Rarely. This is one of those like leap years that they don't see each other because they're in the north or the
Well, this is
south,
the last
whatever they
chance
call
they're gonna
it.
have.
This is last year.
Yeah,
so
no,
This is it.
great.
they had to stack it all
Well,
in.
no, it's not the last because now Washington and Oregon are going to the Big Ten.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So they're going
But
to see each other every
last time
year.
in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So
Let's all shed a tear one second. Let's give a moment of silence
out.
for the
Pac-12.
Pac-12. So I
Pac-12.
So I that's going to be three teams at 9.5. I don't think all three of them aren't getting to 10.
Oh, I mean,
It's impossible for all three of them to get to 10. They are going to play each other.
yep.
And you're going to have bumps in the road. You got Notre Dame. You got all these teams. So Washington overs plus 116. I think they're right below that. I think, and I like Washington
Plus 116.
over 9.5, and I don't think they get to over 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think. I
Penix
love
Jr., baby.
I love Michael Penix. I just don't think he's as good as he's not as good as
Next
as
rated
Caleb.
quarterback.
Michael Penix.
Yes.
We already got a quarterback of the future, right?
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell.
stop it.
So if you're gonna bet the total here, unders minus 142, that's probably where you need to be.
Eddie Money looks a little like Aiden O'Connell.
A little bit,
Jr.
doesn't
with
he?
the mustache.
If you add
see it.
25 pounds, you look like Aiden. He's been walking around with his fucking shirt on.
Yes.
O'Connell. Aiden. Arizona State 4.5. Overs minus 115. We're not going to go through their schedule.
No,
They're
we
fucking
don't
trash.
do Arizona State.
Colorado 3.5. Unders 154. I don't think this team gets there.
3.5.
I don't. Really? I love Dion and everything that Dion is about. Can he coach? I don't think so. I don't think his son is any good. Oh, what do you know? I saw him play against a bunch of dudes in a low division of football.
Yes.
And he wasn't very good at certain points. I think
a
when
bunch of directionals.
Wait.
Northern corner of Southwestern State.
Yes,
in the-
exactly.
They have more nationally televised games than Utah.
well, of course they do. It's Dion.
Yeah.
It's Dion. They play TCU. It should
Game
One.
one.
game one. You're probably gonna lose by fucking 30.
Yes.
I hope. Listen,
What's the spread? Can we find the spread?
It
on
was
that?
20.5.
Oh my
Check it
God.
now. It might be 21.5 now.
I'm putting all my kids on
on TCU.
on TCU.
Yeah, moved up to 21.
21.
That's crazy.
They probably lose by 30.
Crazy line.
So, and then Colorado under 3.5. I like Oregon State over 8.5. I think that's a reach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
reach.
you better stretch that morning.
Yeah, that Oregon State, and it's plus 120, 124. I like the under on Oregon State. I don't think they're gonna be.
Man, they're so tough. They run the ball. I mean, I'm cheering.
DJ's the quarterback.
I'm I'm cheering for that. But the division, I mean, Pac-12 is actually good this year. They have 5 teams in the top 25, and I think Oregon State's in there.
one of the 5.
And they're super tough. I love the coach. They run the ball, which is very rare. And but it's hard.
They're
to
number at
disagree
8.5.
with you.
I think they maybe get to 8.
Yeah, they're
So-
right there.
Yeah, 8 and 4, 7 and 5. That's who they're going to be. UCLA 8.5. I also think that's a reach. Whoa. Freshman quarterback, man.
He's a stud, man.
That's a freshman quarterback.
I'm a huge UCLA fan. Like, we have season tickets, and we've been talking about
So
it.
that's your family that shows up every fucking Saturday.
Also, all right.
Him and there's like 4 other white people.
So really quick, my dad went to SC. No clue why. Everyone else went to UCLA or Stanford. Yeah, he's the only one that went to SC.
He likes the homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was that guy, like in college. Like,
So,
yeah.
so he went to SC. Everyone else went to Stanford. How the F are you guys UCLA fans?
My grandpa, my dad's dad, he got his doctorate at UCLA, and then he was the head of the athletic medical training staff
wow.
for 20 years at UCLA.
What are you doing hanging out at the Santiagos and two Nobodies?
Now we're betting on them.
Listen,
But,
by the way,
yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Logan Loya, the conduit to two Nobodies, we signed our first NIL deal. We will have his, comments. We're going to talk to him every Friday or whenever we can, Wednesday or Friday. And Logan will give us a lowdown.
Not on betting advice.
No betting,
No
but
gambling.
just UCLA. But we should call it like Logan's lowdown.
Oh, I like that. Look at you. You're like a fucking
I'm
genius.
just like
He should have theme music.
Yeah, my dad didn't go to Stanford. He didn't get a doctorate anywhere. And my grandfather fled Puerto Rico to Glassell Park.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are my stats.
UCLA 8.5. I like that under as well. Freshman quarterback. We gotta see what he does. I mean,
Dante Moore.
hopefully. Well, that's who we're saying, or as Chip said it.
yeah. Come on, man.
Has Chip come out and said it?
I said it.
All right. So we're predicting. We're predicting it's going to be him. I hope he does well, and
Yes.
everybody knows I hate SC, so I hope they
Yes.
they get UCLA taps that ass. But Utah over 8.5. The unders where the money's at minus 134. Utah has a tough schedule, as the other
They
4
do.
teams do, and they got to play Florida. Yes, they are at home.
Yeah.
but it's still an SEC school.
They were riding
et cetera.
high. That they had a bunch of guys going to draft. Obviously, they had Kincaid, who was unbelievable. They had some cornerbacks. And remember, they were playing off that emotion. They had a lot to play for. They had the 2 guys that died. That's really emotional, man. Like, football's an emotional thing. You can't play that card. It's not a card, but you can't, as a coach, say, we're doing it for them again. That doesn't work. So they're going to come down emotionally. But Whittingham, maybe my
Hell of
favorite
a coach.
Maybe my favorite coach in the Pac-4. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Yes.
Utah under 8.5. That's where the money's at. And then Washington State 6.5 under 162. I like the under on the Washington State Cougars.
Well, listen, if you guys don't know, last year, Rafa got us to the championship, the championship lounge for SC in Utah. I hope you can do that again, Papa. But let's get your prediction on Pac-12 championship.
Oddly enough, you say that. CJ is in the chat right now.
CJ!
I knew he was coming with something.
Jay?
He said, love you guys, Maine. He said, mark my words, UCLA will finish top 3 in the Pac-12. Utah will repeat Pac-12 champs, and they will face UW.
Yeah. Mind you,
I love CJ, but that's a little bit of homer pick.
Yeah, mind you, CJ's no is the DB coach
Yeah.
at Utah.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a homer
I don't even
reach.
know what no means.
I want to say that it's going to be SC and either Oregon or Washington. That's who I
That
think.
sounds like the safest. CJ,
I'm going safe.
CJ, can we get a pie to the face? I mean, if you're gonna, come out here, let's
Do it for the
get-
co-host.
Yes,
The co-host.
let's get him in some water polo gear.
Oh man! Everyone's like, no,
That's okay.
we're good. Look at the hate on CJ. CJ's over there enjoying fucking.
Said Utah repeat pie to the face.
Oh,
If
wow.
they repeat as Pac-12, I will take a pie to the face.
Me too.
If Utah
Both of us.
wins the Pac-12,
both of you guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
both of us. If they
Lock
win,
it in.
if they win,
CJ is ODing on white rice and black beans right now.
Oh,
He's in
for
Florida
sure.
right now.
100%.
And empanadas. What are these things again? Yes.
Get some croquetas, bro.
By the way, we were having Mediterranean food on Monday. This guy, he gets the pita bread and he's just eating it like a taco. And I was like, you can rip the bread and
Yes.
make like a small little burrito thing.
Sinead was making fun of him. She's like, "You're picky." He's like, "I only ate soul food growing up," he said. So CJ
He said it is on.
yes, CJ, lock it in.
You should get 2 pies to the face if UCLA doesn't finish in the top 3 in the Pac-12.
Yes.
That's a fucking bold statement.
Yes.
Che, I'll join you on that one. I'll join you on that one.
Oh, we got some pass to the face.
So CJ and Luke, they have their own podcast, which is going to air next week.
yes. So listen, everybody. The plan is this: 2 Nobodies. We hit 100K. Rafa and I said, "Man, if we could just get picked up by Barstool, I could quit cutting concrete." And I said, let's do this. Luke and CJ, very smart young men. They have a lot to say. Very interested. They're going to talk politics, and they are under the umbrella of 2 Nobodies. Please, if you support us, support them. They're going to be doing their podcast here on Saturdays. You might, I don't know, we'll change the, whatever, but big shout out to these guys. And listen, they're going to piss you off, right? That's what we want. We want to hear.
We love that.
I'm excited
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Are you going to wear fucking a suit and tie or no?
I've thought about so I don't know if you guys have seen it. If Che's shown you, I wore this like United States
I've heard about it.
onesie to
You're
school
wearing
one
that?
day. I think I'll wear that a couple episodes, but I think like we've talked about making like a little lampoon about it. Like one of us is in a suit and then the other guy just kind of looks like whatever, and then switching back and forth and stuff like that.
One's in a Speedo for Eddie's sake.
Either way,
Dude, I might just do it every day. 'cause
Yes.
it's hot.
it's going to be super entertaining.
Oh, 100%.
And I can't wait. I'm excited for you guys. CJ, excited for this podcast. And I'm excited to be a part of it, man. And I think it's going to do well.
We're
And
I wanted to like personally though, like we're really thankful that like you're letting us broadcast here. We've talked about it being under like the umbrella of 2 Nobodies is gonna be sick. So we're
Listen,
we're stoked to grow the brand.
if when we sat down, when we said we were going to do this, the reason behind this because we said we wanted to say what we wanted to say. We feel like that the medium of television and everything has switched over. You can't say anything because you're afraid to offend this person and that person. We wanted to come on and say what we wanted to say. I know that's what you guys are going to do. That's what we're about. Whether I agree with your opinion or not, I'm excited to hear someone like without inhibitions come out and say, I'm 21, I'm 22, I'm a young guy, and this is how I feel about the government and what things are happening and the direction I would like things to go. I'm excited. I'm a big fan of you. Obviously, you know that. And super excited for this,
I'm
man.
pumped.
Yeah. And if you ever get this guy on, woo, Fireball. Yes. What's that song by Pitbull? Fireball. So that is our NCAA rundown, right? Brought to you by official.bta. We have one more segment, which is going to be, very exciting. Very exciting, which is brought to you by Rusted Royalty, rustedroyalty.com. It's a lifestyle brand. If you're into off-roading, Havasu, it's really cool gear, and it's really high-quality gear. And Danny, thank you for supporting us. We support you. And let's get into MLB, Papa. The biggest news.
Biggest news of the day.
I sent it out like 11:30 midnight last night.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I was editing and I see the text and I was like,
Oh, we were talking about that shit at 4 or something in the morning.
Yes.
But
by the way, real quick, Jay is in here. He said 100K. Said 100K, baby. Can't wait to be back dropping Kobe facts on Rafa.
Oh, we'll see you in 2 months, Papa.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck, are you kidding?
JJ, if watch the beginning of the show, I gave you your props.
And then we bashed you the rest of the show.
Yes, we wouldn't be here without Jay Bird, our social media. We appreciate you, but yeah, we have
bashed you tonight.
The whole show.
And you've been inside a couple people. when you watch, Jay, he's gonna be texting us, you fuckers. But yes, so
let's get into it.
So it's the biggest news of the day, no doubt about it.
Of the month,
of the year for MLB. I think it's the biggest news of the year. At least that's what everyone's making it out to be.
No, it is.
Well, all right, we can say it. The Shohei Ohtani is being shut down as, you know, he's being shut down pretty much as a pitcher. He's still going to play he's still going to DH. But he's being shut down because he is going to, I think, require Tommy John again.
Well,
that is the rumor.
Torn UCL, I believe, is what they said.
Yeah.
Now, Shohei has had a Tommy John already in 2018, I believe. Correct. And this is what I heard, which I'm not sure, but I heard that the MRI had already been done, and they knew there was a small tear in this UCL, and they continued to pitch him.
Ooh. Now, let me ask you something.
Now, that is a
big no-no.
Egregious.
But
if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's just what I heard. But if that's true, oh my God.
Now, did you hear that from one of those I Hate the Angels group chats or no?
Probably.
It could have been.
You know what? Actually, Shohei, you're right. Shohei was in a Dodger uniform on Instagram.
On the fucking Instagram.
All right, never mind.
Never mind. Shocker. Listen, if you have an MRI as an athlete, right? And Shohei, who's any MLB pitcher, when they tell you, hey, you have a small tear, you're not going out there pitching again.
Yeah, that
so
didn't
I
make
don't
any
think
sense.
he knew about it. And I don't think the team knew, and everybody wants to blame the Angels. They're a shit organization, we know.
We fired them at the beginning of the show.
Yes, but I said last week and the week before, if you've been watching Ohtani pitch that last handful of games, he's left the game for fatigue.
Yes.
He's left the game for fatigue, which maybe it grew to this. Who knows? Maybe they were saying it was fatigue. Maybe he was getting arm soreness. They want to, don't scare anyone away, etc. Now, if he cannot pitch, let's say he can't pitch for a year. Is he worth the money? To me, he would be worth the amount of money a little bit less than what Bryce Harper got.
Man.
And I only say that.
As a DH, Papa?
I say that because he can only DH. He's a phenomenal guy at the plate. Now, who's not to say he comes back from this injury? Maybe you only use him in a different situation as a pitcher.
If you're Shohei's agent, he came out and said he's going to continue to bat at DH.
100%.
Yeah.
I do not understand that.
But he did it last time.
But here's the thing. This, to me, is a telltale sign that he's going to come back to the Angels.
Oh, I agree.
I think the Angels still give him $600 million. And he's not worth it. If you're the Dodgers, you do not give this guy $500, $600. You don't even give him $400 because he's another Tommy John. He's this close to another Tommy John. And how many pitchers do you know that had more than two that have been successful? This is humongous news, Eddie Money. They might have cost this man $200 to $300 million.
There's no way that we can keep blaming the Angels, though.
I blame them all the fucking time.
You cannot. We cannot.
I do it freely and effortlessly.
How can the Angels? How can the Angels know, and the player not know?
It's impossible. If they knew, I guarantee you they went to him. If they knew, and this is a big if they knew, I'm sure they went to Ohtani and they're like, look, man, decision's yours. If you want to keep playing, pitching, and all that, that's on you. We recommend you shut you down. I truly don't think, though,
that they knew. He's leaving games for fatigue. I think it started to build up. Something's been there.
If he's saying fatigue in his arm, come on, man.
No. He didn't say in his arm. He said that's what the team was reporting. He left the game for fatigue. Maybe they were keeping that and bringing it out as fatigue when Ohtani was maybe coming to the piece of shit manager that they have in Phil Nevin and saying, my arm hurts, or I'm done for the day. You know, maybe he knew. Maybe Ohtani knew and didn't say anything.
Maybe he's such a competitor. He's pushed himself to last the longest. That's what I see.
Yeah.
That
I could see that.
and from not wanting to let people down because they go to the stadium to see him pitch, to hit, etc.
He needs Jerry Maguire as his agent, or me. Someone needs to be in that kid's ear and say,
You would only talk to the Dodgers.
Yeah, listen. No, they called from Philadelphia. No,
Philly, no, cheesesteaks.
The Dodgers actually called.
Yeah, the Dodgers have been calling all week.
But here's the thing, man. It's a free agent year. Angels, by the way, have had the worst record since the trade deadline.
The worst.
You called it. Rafa called it.
The worst.
And if you're his agent, you can say, Papa, listen, like, we have too much money on the line. This is maybe the biggest ever, like, switch in money, or what'd you say?
I don't think it's going to be that big.
People are saying it's $100-200 million.
This has to be a $200 million thing. It has to
Guys,
be.
I think for me, when you look at signing him, what was how many seasons were you actually going to get out of him?
Pitching?
Yes.
So in the podcast, it's an interesting thing. With Mookie, remember when Trout came on Mookie's podcast and they asked, it was very honest and real, and not a lot of people saw this, but Mookie asked Trout, he's like, how many more years do you think he can pitch? And Trout, and they both agreed, he said maybe 5.
Exactly, maybe 5.
Yeah.
So how could you give him 12 years or 10 years at $600 million
when he's not
going to pitch the entire time?
Yes.
But he's
He leads the league in home runs.
Well, he's leading the league in home runs. He's probably one of the 4 best offensive players in the league.
Yes.
Right? If you know, the 2 guys on the Dodgers.
Imagine if he didn't have to pitch every 5th day.
Imagine if
even better.
Right. I agree. How much are those other guys making? Take Machado's deal. Take Tatis's deal. Harper's deal. What are those deals? Those deals are $300, $400 million for 12 years, 10 years, whatever it is. I think he still gets north of $350.
Man.
North of $350.
But
Yeah.
He's a superstar.
he is, you know what? And it's going to be worth, he is worth that, even though he's not a pitcher, because of you're bringing a fan base, you're bringing a whole nother country, you're bringing a whole nother, like, couple
new
continents.
You're bringing other teams.
Yeah,
Like, people just want to watch him.
Yeah, and he is a marketing, like, just a money flow. Like, he's the cash cow. He's a cash cow. If you put him on your team, you're just gonna make money because of marketing and everything else. So the other thing that just came out, so Trout finally comes back
One day.
Finds out about Ohtani, is like, I'm not doing this. So where did this leave the Angels? I mean, obviously it's an embarrassment because Trout's like, I wasn't ready. I was going to come back to play with Ohtani. And as soon as Ohtani says he's hurt, he says, I'm not playing.
Well, Ohtani's injury, they found out last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trout didn't play the 2 games yesterday. He got hurt after the game on Tuesday that he played.
Oh, so you're saying this has nothing to do with Ohtani?
No, he's actually hurt. They put him on the
he's been hurt.
No, but they put him on the DL since yesterday. And Ohtani's story came out late last night. I don't think that's the case.
You don't think nothing had one to do with the other? Come on, man.
I don't think so.
Because here's the thing. If that's the case, then they were bringing Trout back too early and he's injured.
I think at this point in the season where the Angels are sitting in the standings, which is fucking far away from a playoff spot, why would Trout even say, I'm ready to go? Because you can say, you're the doctor, you can say, oh, he's ready to go, he's fine, but Trout's like, no, I'm not ready. You can't force him to go out on the field.
So why did he go out?
Because maybe he more than likely was ready.
And now he's not ready after
He
one
got
game?
hurt on Tuesday night.
What was it?
He aggravated some shit.
Not the wrist.
No, I don't think so.
No, I thought it was his back.
I thought so too.
Oh,
yeah. No, he's
It's because he's got
becoming
that
Larry
weird
Bird.
Swing. He's like Tiger.
He's becoming
No, it was his wrist.
Larry Bird.
It was his wrist?
Yeah.
Last
Again?
night again.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I want to say I'm going to compare this, and it's Mike Trout. We before the season started, before Ohtani's year, and even last year, you can argue that Trout was, and baseball people everywhere, I think will agree with a lot of people that Mike Trout was the best baseball player we had ever seen. Right? Arguably. Okay, well, I think it's Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds, yeah.
I agree, but Mike Trout, 5 tool all the way around, one of the best we've ever seen. Larry Bird, one of the best we've ever seen, but he couldn't, he was shorted because of injuries. Yeah. I think Trout is baseball's Larry Bird.
I like that take. I actually like that a lot.
He's not playing. He's not. How many games is he missing every year?
Yeah,
we're getting cheated from his greatness, and it's not his. It's not his fault. He's getting hurt.
Let's put a ball on this thing. Where do we see the organization? Are both guys with the Angels? Well, first, let's conquer the Ohtani thing. Does he come back? Is there any, regardless of money, I think the Angels offer the most because they have to. Mm-hmm. They have to. But are they so upset with the Angels that they're going to go somewhere else?
I don't believe that they're upset because I don't believe that theory that the Angels knew about this and threw him out there. Who the fuck lies to a player? Have you ever seen it?
Well, Jason Worth. I mean, it happens all the fucking time.
It happens all the time, but I don't think you do it with the best player in baseball.
No, you don't play with
the Angels are a shit show,
especially when you're trying to bring that player back.
Yeah, you don't just throw him out there.
Listen, I hope you guys are all right. I hope that's right.
I don't know. I don't think it makes sense. If he feels pain, he's gonna tell you I'm not going out there. He's gonna tell you that. I think this has been weeks coming. He's been leaving games early, 5th and 6th inning. There's been something there.
I think this is a case of like what you guys said, is that he's a competitor. If he's coming out for fatigue, I don't think they even okay, just come out.
Of course. I think he calls the shots.
He does, obviously.
100%.
But as an organization, it's like, let's check everything out here. Why are you being fatigued? Why does your elbow? Let's get some MRIs done.
I think going to your question about where he ends up next year.
Yeah.
I think the teams are going to wait to see if how's the arm.
Yeah.
I think before you make an offer. Right? I don't see the Dodgers spending that amount of money.
I don't either.
I don't see them spending that amount of money ever.
Nope.
So, and I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they spend that amount of money.
Sucks because I wanted to see it happen. We would be in Dodger uniform, catcher gear. That's probably not going to happen now.
No, because we still got the World Series bet.
Okay.
Which some guy commented they don't have uniforms in our size.
Yes.
Listen, have you seen the guy from the Mets?
Yes.
Danny Burgers.
Yeah, Danny Burgers. That's a big dude.
What was the pitcher from the Mets also? What's
Bartolo?
Bartolo.
I might wear a fucking Bartolo jersey to the fucking
man.
Dodger game. Fuck it.
Come on.
We need you in uniform.
His actual uniform. So I think teams will do their homework. I think you're right. The Angels offer them the most.
And he stays.
Yeah, north of 350, I think.
I think he stays. Which in turn, because we called Eddie Money had the ESPN report last week, and the number was over 700.
Yeah.
Over 700.
That's
so
a crazy number.
if they offer him 400, he just lost 300
Those
million.
are rumors, though, guys.
Yeah.
We're battling.
I think that
At the very least, he lost 200 million.
I don't know. Somebody would have given him 600 million.
The Angels.
Someone would have.
Yeah.
Guys.
The Mariners.
Because I felt like after each home run, the price just went up.
Listen, like I said, he's a cash cow, and people are going to show up. Japan's a huge country, and they should be proud. Just like he's sort of like the Fernando Mania of Japan, right? Like,
I think he's bigger than that.
100%. Hideo Nomo
was huge.
Channel Park
In Korea.
These countries, Andres Galarraga, Venezuela, they take pride. Dominicans, I mean, everyone's Dominican.
Yeah, they fucking the Dominicans. They got TVs all over. They're like fucking players in every game.
This is the only big Dominican that doesn't play baseball. He wants to box. Yes. So
my prediction: Ohtani with the Angels, and Artie Moreno should sell the fucking team.
Yes.
Re-sign Ohtani, sell the team, make sure you broker another TV deal or whatever, sell off the team, and hire real fucking baseball people.
Yes. Now, let me ask you this. I know Trout's under contract for probably, another 5 years?
At least.
Does Trout say, I'm sort of done with this shit? Send me to Philly. Send me back home, Papa.
I don't know.
Send me to the Mets. Send me to New York. I
The
think
Mets? What the fuck? Everybody goes to the Mets and then they get traded away.
Yeah,
I think the Angels need to make that call. I don't think it should be on
Wow.
Trout. I get it. Like, it's the homegrown guy. You drafted him.
Yeah.
You developed him.
we just seen it all.
But it's at a certain point,
Right?
too. It's like, if you're the greatest generational player and you haven't been to a playoff,
Yeah.
I get it. And injuries, and the Angels have done a shitty job about.
But
of
they've
building
tried,
around-
Luke.
They've tried
They've
it.
tried.
They've tried. They've spent bad money.
By the way,
I
it's
think-
The
7
Dodgers, all of the fucking
yeah,
2000s.
7 more years
Yeah.
left. 7 more years left.
Oh,
2030.
yeah, fuck.
There are teams that are good, like the Phillies, that I guarantee would make a trade with the Angels.
Oh, they give everything.
And, yeah.
But then there are bad teams too, and I'm not saying this would happen, but a team like the Royals,
Yeah, I knew you were
Who
going to say
would-
the Royals.
who would
Nobody
trade-
goes to Kansas City.
But I'm saying who would
Jackson.
take a trade for Trout just for the name? Like, there's teams, you got to look at it as a business thing too. Like, teams would also trade for Trout just for the name.
Yeah, but I think,
I think
the
the
I
Giants,
think you'd
maybe?
have
The
the
Giants.
I could
I
see
could see
that.
the Giants.
You have there's got to be a respect factor between the
Yes,
Angels
yes,
and Trout.
that's the thing.
Where it's like, hey, we're thinking of trading you. This is what we have on the table: the Giants, the Phillies, the Mets, the Yankees,
Toronto.
the Red Sox.
Well, there was the report that
Tampa.
teams called about
Tampa would never
about Trout at the deadline. Just they checked in, and the rumors were
Kicking the tires.
Yeah, the rumors were San Francisco, Toronto, New York, and Tampa. And Tampa was the one that everyone looked out for because they're like, they may
Yeah.
trade away one of those
Yeah.
pitchers, a AAA pitcher,
That's
and a
not
couple of
Tampa
guys.
cannot afford that.
They can't.
They can't. That's
yeah.
not Tampa. They can't afford that. Tampa is the A's of this era.
The only way it would have worked is everyone said that they would have brought Trout in, and then they would have had to let like McClanahan walk in free agency. They would have had to like let
Tommy
go.
John from McClanahan.
Wander Franco.
Well, he's gone.
That,
He
that's
gone.
that solved its own issue.
He gone.
But yeah,
He gone.
So the Angels are garbage franchise. If they resign, and I fucking love Ohtani at the Angels because you guys hate him.
This guy has defended the
I've
Angels
defended the
for
Angels.
45 episodes. Or
44. 44 episodes, and today in episode 45,
Finally came to your
I'm done with them.
senses.
I'm going to admit something that nobody should ever fucking do. On the drive here,
Eddie was right.
yeah, you were right 100%.
My wife has never done that, by the
I
way.
said that earlier. I said you were right on the Angels. On the way here, I put it on the Angel radio station because I want Roger Lodge, right? I wanted to hear. It's terrible, but I wanted to hear because you and Michael Brown. The fucking Michael Brown should not be able to comment on any team. The fucking guy grew up a Yankee fan. He's now a Dodger fan.
No.
Okay, because his father-in-law is tatted in Dodger blue. So, anyways, but I wanted to listen because I wanted to hear to see if the rumor that the Angels knew about it.
Yeah.
It was never brought up, but it was brought up, and he did start the show bashing the shit out of the Angels.
Really?
Like, oh my God, are you kidding? The offense is terrible. All these guys need to go. Detmers and Sandoval.
Does he get paid by the Angels?
Yes.
he's actually really good about going up against the Angels.
Oh no, he went.
He's
Dude,
the only guy in that
actually
whole thing.
Dude,
really
he
good at
bashed
doing
him for the whole 22 minutes I listened to it or whatever.
Yes.
He bashed the shit out of him. He's like, we're good with a runner on first. We're terrible with runners on first, second, first, and third. Horrible. The offense sucks. The pitching sucks. You guys, there's 34 games left. I can't wait for the season to be over.
Yeah.
We got to start.
Hold on. I'm getting a vision. Roger Lodge, the new host of Cheaters next year.
So, the Angels, dude, they got to do something. We should be done with talking about the Angels for the rest of the season unless
should be.
Ohtani hits another 12 home runs.
Breaks the record.
Well, at least gets to 55 or 60.
The kid is great, man. And Trout is great. I want to see them just go somewhere else. It's been a shit show, Eddie Money. And Eddie Money doesn't even like baseball. And he knows a shit show when he sees one.
And that's one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a shame that Ohtani is
It sucks.
the biggest ticket for MLB,
It sucks.
and he's not gonna pitch anymore.
He's the
You
biggest
know
ticket,
what?
and his tickets are
Not for the
$5.
season.
Crazy.
Let's bring Mr. Miyagi back and fix his UCL. So listen, episode 45. We tried the 100K.
It's here somewhere.
Yeah, it's here. but,
100K somewhere.
let's give a big thanks to our sponsors, right? CustomCars.com, Julio's Pizza, Official.bta, Big John, Rusted Royalty. Without you guys, this show costs a lot. There's a lot of people. I know there's only 2 nobodies on camera. I wanted Eddie. You want to get on camera, Papa?
I will remain anonymous.
Eddie will remain anonymous.
They're like, Aiden O'Connell is their producer on 2 Nobodies. But we just want to give a thank you to our wives, Eddie Money, Luke, my man Gabe, this monster of a fucking man over here, Jordan, Big John, my son, Hawks on the Cobes, big part of the show, Jackie, his wife, little Ralphie, the whole family, my wife, Shanae, she's, amazing. She went and bought all this stuff. So we just want to say thank you. 100K, 250 is the next goal. And I said that I would finally come out with merch after 100K. That's in the works. I have a meeting with somebody. I hope you guys support us. I hate to be those guys that come out with shitty merch, but the merch that we sell, I promise you, will be top quality, the best quality, because that's the kind of people we are. We're not. Listen, we bought this bottle of champagne that's. I have caviar taste and carne asada and
with a Bud Light budget,
tripas budget. Yes. So with that being said, Eddie Money, final words, Papa.
100,000 more.
Luke, I'm not your father.
Thank you for always having me on here.
Yes.
Oh, you're always welcome, brother.
Gabe, come on, man.
What you got, Eddie Money?
250, Papa.
Rick Flores says, once again, congratulations, and he wanted me to remind you.
I did. I was supposed to fucking text the address.
Yeah.
Rick,
Text
do you
him
work?
the fucking address.
Rick, do you work tomorrow, Papa? Because I don't work tomorrow. And I have a big bottle of tequila right here, Papa.
And you can watch Bosco on ESPN2 tomorrow.
Is that for sure verified? Bosco on ESPN2?
Oh, Saturday. Yes.
It's Saturday?
Yeah.
Bosco on ESPN2. Guys.
I want to thank sorry, Rafa. I want to thank everyone that I've gotten a ton of messages. Congratulations on the 100K. A lot of people, for some reason, like the show. We're happy to do it. I thank you for your support. It means the world.
And even all of you that hate us, that comment in this, we appreciate your comments as well.
100%.
Thanks for the engagement.
Yeah, of course. We appreciate your
going.
comments. Oh, these fucking clowns. Listen, at least you're watching, but
hey,
we appreciate it.
Robert Saleh, did you hear his quote? Saleh,
what'd he say?
If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. I love that shit. And listen, we have a ton of haters. If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. So
big college football season this weekend, guys. Week 0, 2 big games, 2 blue chips. Let's start the season, hopefully at 2-0, and let's get it going.
Let's give a little. Play that funky music, white boy. Congratulations, Bubba. Thank you, bro. I should thank you more than anybody.
Thank you, bro.
Mario Lopez, Oscar De La Hoya.